The opinions voiced on the Raw are those of the hosts and the callers and not necessarily represent the views and opinions of KTOX and Ruben Broadcasting, or its advertisers. The opinions should be considered as the ramblings of raving lunatics.
You're listening to The Raw with Henry and Miss Raw, brought to you by Pirate Web Radio Productions, Ruben Broadcasting, along with KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM, the Tri-State's undisputed talk leader.
We the people, and all we do, reserve the right to scream, fuck you! Wear your mask, take your pills, now a whole generation's mentally ill. Man, fuck about you. But COVID's near, it's coming to town. We gotta act quick, shut our borders down. Joe Biden does, the media embraces. Big Dot does it and they call them racist. We the people. Let's go in and we the people.
Oh, and welcome. It is The Raw. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Miss Misty Hansen. Of course, Henry is at City Council tonight. And, of course, you can call in anytime you want at 928-476-0331, 928-476-0331. Oh, my goodness gracious me. We've got so much to talk about today. Of course, we are in the midst of an alien invasion. You know, it is absolutely hilarious. What the government is actually doing with this. Of course, they've shot down several of these things, 2 or 3 at last count. Hell, I quit counting after 1, honestly. But they we'll go through those stories, of course, tonight, and your phone calls, and we've got really lots to talk about. Breaking news right now, CBS on CBS News tonight, they reported U.S. intelligence actually saw the spy balloon lift off near China's south coast and tracked it for nearly a week before it entered U.S. airspace. And, you know, that's coming directly from CBS, which, you know, I really don't trust CBS to... I don't share them too. I don't trust them too much. Anyway, yeah, they saw it. They saw it. Anyway, let's take a listen to these idiots and hear what they actually reported.
Back here in Washington, there is breaking news tonight on that Chinese spy balloon. CBS News has just learned that U.S. intelligence watched the high-flying airship as it lifted off near China's south coast. That means the U.S. military had been tracking it for nearly a week before it entered U.S. airspace, longer than originally known. CBS's Nancy Cordes is at the White House. So, Nancy, they were watching this from the beginning?
They were, Nora, and what they saw was this balloon heading east from China towards Guam and Hawaii. But then it took a sharp northward turn, a beeline towards Alaska. They also revealed today that the 3 subsequent objects they shot down probably were not involved in spying.
The 3 objects shot down this weekend may have been harmless research balloons. That's now a leading theory for the intelligence community.
There's strong consideration that these objects are indeed benign.
They won't know for sure until they find the debris.
They're in very difficult terrain.
The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff described the challenge. One object came down in the Arctic Circle, where it's minus 40 degrees. The second came down in a hard-to-reach part of the Canadian Rockies. And the third plunged into Lake Huron, a couple of 100 feet deep.
We'll get them eventually, but it's going to take some time to recover those.
He defended the decision to scramble fighter jets to shoot them down and acknowledged that the first missile fired over Lake Huron missed its target.
First shot missed, second shot hit.
New cockpit audio reveals that even the pilots were perplexed by what they saw.
I can see like lines coming down below, but I can't see anything below it. Definitely smaller than a car.
Pentagon officials have offered intriguing descriptions of the objects. One looked like a metallic drum. Another was cylindrical and carried a tethered payload. Another was octagonal in shape with strings attached.
What are these things? Who sent them here? And what are they doing here?
GOP senators argued today that the public deserves more answers from the commander-in-chief, who ordered the objects shot down.
I mean, my phone's ringing off the wall, and we got a president of the United States and not saying anything.
We asked White House officials if the president has any plans to make public comments about these objects, and all they would say is that he continues to be briefed and takes the situation very seriously. They did say today that they can rule out the possibility that any of these objects were connected to the U.S. government. They were able to do that after connecting with the FAA. Nora?
Of course, they don't want to admit that they had anything to do with this, but this is getting a little bit ridiculous, and of course, I think you believe so as well. Let me know by giving me a call at 928-476-0331. I want to say that this is something that we definitely have to keep an eye out for. But even the White House doesn't even want to talk about this. And when a reporter asked if Joe Biden was embarrassed by this, they were let's watch the dinglings answer for himself.
The weather balloons are released around the world from 900 locations twice a day, every single day of the year, including 92 released by the National Weather Service in the U.S. That they fly for at least 2 hours a day, drift as far as 125 miles, and cover and rise up to 100,000 feet above the ground. If it turns out, as it looks like, that the president and Mr. Trudeau sent Top Gun fighters to blow weather balloons out of the sky, does the president regret that, and is he embarrassed by that?
I'm not going to get ahead of what of any final decision. We just don't know yet.
We just don't know. We don't know. Oh my gosh, we don't know. It's kind of funny, especially when the Pentagon started calling them UFOs, unidentified flying objects. Of course, everybody who's out there is, of course, always identified UFOs with extraterrestrial as something being extraterrestrial in nature. And funnily enough, the Pentagon wouldn't even rule that out. We'll get to that audio a little later. But exactly what the hell is going on here? Exactly why is our focus so hard on balloons? Why are we? I know why. I know exactly why. And I suspect you do as well. But I want to hear from you. 928-476-0331. 928-476-0331. You'll be put right on the air. No call waiting. Or no waiting around. No call screeners. But it's insane. It's nuts. It's insane and it's nuts. And I would really like to see, hear people call in and talk about this, because frankly, I don't know what to say about it. There seems to be all the time. Yeah, Karen. UFO invasion. Oh my, Misty. Mars attacks. That might be a good one for crappy movie watch party tomorrow night. Independence Day, ET maybe. Yeah, possibly. But even comedians are getting in on the act, and Canadian comedian Tom Green is out there dropping truth bombs. Let's hear from him.
Hi, I'm Tom Green, and forgot to mention the other reason this UFO information is coming out now is because they're trying to distract us all from the fact that we're about to get released the Epstein Island list, as well as what's going on in Palestine, Ohio, with the train derailment and the chemical release of chemicals into the air, which is being called possibly as bad as Chernobyl, and the fact that World War III might be about to start in the Ukraine war between USA, Russia, and China. So that's what's going on. Good to see you guys. Hope you guys are having a great day. There's UFOs.
There's UFOs. Oh my goodness gracious me. The sky is falling. There's UFOs. It really is insane in the membrane. And I think he might have a point. All the release of this information, of course, this sketchy information at this point, coincides with the fact that, yes, we had a horrific accident in Ohio, and then another one in Texas just very, very recently. Poisonous chemicals spilled through accidents. We'll get into why the Ohio one is so bad here in just a little while. I really feel for those people in Ohio. I don't know if they'll ever be able to go home, because the chemical that got spilled and is now burning and is going into the groundwater is so dangerous that the EPA considers overexposure at 2 parts per million. That's how dangerous that is. So we'll see about that. Of course, that one is ongoing and will be going on for quite some time. And then, of course, we're about ready to have the Epstein list drop. Is our attention being taken away so we don't pay attention who's on that list? Who decided that? Who decided that they wanted to visit an island populated by Epstein, his girlfriend, and young teenage girls? It's all really interesting. Peter said they lived definitively. Now Rodney Piper put on the shades as he exposed Nancy Pelosi as an alien. Excuse me. That's funny, Peanut. But why is it that we continue to want to expose this stuff? Why is it that we want to continue to talk about things that really don't matter to begin with? Now, I understand that the Chinese spy balloon that went overhead That was newsworthy. That was something that we needed to talk about. And that was something that they should have taken care of over the Pacific Ocean. As soon as they realized it was heading towards American airspace, boom, drop it in the middle of the ocean right there. If they don't want to talk about the fact that they knew about it, just drop it and never talk about it. But of course, with these loser Democrats that we have in office, their best advice is never let a good crisis go to waste. Especially if it's a relatively harmless crisis. But make it so that the American people think they are in trouble and they are in danger and they need our protection. And then give them just enough information to make them question everything and everything about it. That's what I see is going on here. They're questioning. They are making us question what is going on and why. And how many other balloons? I mean, holy crap! They tried to say that, you know, how many flew over during Trump's administration? Absolutely fucking ridiculous. 928-476-0331. 928-476-0331. Same number that you can see in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Right here. Right here. Follow the bouncing finger. Boing, 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 boing. Right there. Right there. Right. See, I could almost hold it. God. Simple minds, I suppose. 928-476-0331 is the number. We have a continuing escalation of a war in Ukraine that we are funding. We're continuing to fund a war in Ukraine. We're continuing to send billions of dollars, getting ready to send M1 Abram tanks in there, the best of the best of the best tanks in the world. Of course, they said, oh, no, that we're stripping off our armor and putting on other armor. Bullshit. Bullshit. If you've ever been up close to an M1 Abrams tank, you'll know that you just can't take the armor off of a tank. It's nigh on impossible. Those pieces aren't designed to be removed. They aren't designed to fall off. They aren't designed to be serviceable. They're designed to go into battle. If they get destroyed, well, that's where they sit until they're towed off and then towed back and then melted down and remade into another tank. So their story of, you know, it's going to take a little while because we can't give them the armor that's already on there because that's a secret. It's a bunch of crap. And of course, that was said to appease the Russians, sorta, maybe ish, who knows. Drives me absolutely batshit crazy. Ellen says, where is Pete Buttigieg? Shouldn't that lazy POS be in Ohio? Oh, we'll be talking about him here in a little while. Instead of manufacturing white nationalism. Funny. 928-476-0331. It's absolutely insane. When you come right down to it. It is good God. You know, the irony of all that's been happening here is just so compounding that even I'm starting to get confused on what the hell's going on. Look over here, Gary. Look over here at look up in the sky. It's an octagon shaped floaty. Look over here. Look over there. Don't pay attention to what we're doing. Don't look at the fact that, you know, we have issues with our voting. Don't look at the fact that you know, we hurt people with the faux vaccine. We'll be talking about that here a little later too. A nasty little report came out that got leaked, talking about tens of thousands of soldiers who were very much injured by the mandatory vaccine. We'll be talking about that and how the Pentagon tried to cover it up by not allowing by not allowing them to talk about it, claiming it was something else. It's just more of the same bullshit. More of the absolute same bullshit. But we'll be right back. It is The Raw. I'm your hostess with Moses, Miss Rob Hansen. Of course, Misty Ann Hansen, to any of you who really give a fuck about it, but, you know, that's all right. And, of course, I've got things to share. I've got things to show you that I think you will really, really fucking enjoy. It is The Raw. We'll be right back. KTOX.
This portion of The Raw could be brought to you by you for as little as $25 a week. For more information, email us at theraw@ktox.com. That's theraw@ktox.com. theraw@ktox.com.
KTOX.
KTOX.
The Tri-States Talk Leader.
Time Call Taxi is here for all your transportation needs, whether it's a ride to work, the store, or anywhere. Time Call Taxi is here for you. Call 928-763-1010, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going out to paint the town red? Call Time Call Taxi and get to and from your fun in a timely and safe manner. Call Time Call Taxi, 763-1010. That's 763-1010.
Learn how to defend yourself and your loved one. Kingman Force on Force. Krav Maga. Empty hands. Edge weapons. Firearms training. Train like law enforcement with our virtual range simulator. AZCCW classes. Free gun safety classes. Our instructors are AZDPS licensed, NRA certified, and former Combat Special Forces. 3001 Stockton Hill Road, Kingman, Arizona. www.kingmanforsonforce.com.
I'm Rob Hansen.
And I'm Henry Longbreak, along with Tundra.
And KTOX 1340 AM, we are pleased to support the Mojave County Sheriff's Canine Foundation.
The Mojave County Canine Foundation teams with the Mojave County Sheriff Department to keep our county safer. It increases deputy safety, and the dogs are highly visible deterrents against robberies, burglaries, and drug dealing.
Canines can save time clearing buildings. It takes less than the quarter of the time that it would take a deputy on his own.
Canines can track juvenile runaways, missing elderly persons, fleeing suspects, and provide comfort offer to traumatized victims.
For more information about the Mojave County Sheriff's K-9 Foundation, or you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation or host a fundraising event that includes a K-9 demonstration, call John Sanchelli at 651-270-0920 or go online at www.mcsk9f.com.
The Mojave County Sheriff's K-9 Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Okay, this is the target house.
Hey, but Jimmy, what about this here sticker?
What sticker?
Right here on the door. These premises protected by Southwest Alarm Service. 763-4331 and 753-2333.
That's just a sticker. One of these companies is going all over town giving these things out to everybody. Forget about it. If you're ever going to be any good in the burglar business, you're going to have to learn these things. Now, we're inside. You get the stuff down here, and I'll get the stuff upstairs. You know, cash, jewelry.
Jimmy, what time is it?
It's about 1 a.m. Why?
Because it looks like the sun came up outside.
You in the house. You're completely surrounded. Come out with your hands in the air.
Just a sticker, huh, Jimmy?
Southwest Alarm Service, 753-2333 or 763-4331. Because real security is more than a yard sign or a sticker. Call Southwest Alarm Service today.
Southwest Alarm has the only 24-hour locally monitored central station.
Oh, yes. Welcome back. It is The Raw. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Miss Misty Ann Hansen, also known as a Radio Raw. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Mercy sakes alive. Welcome back. 928-476-0331. I know Alan has been trying to get through, and it's gonna be interesting. Time to rise and shine. Gonna popcorn and watch the world fall, says Fecal Face. Yeah. I agree wholeheartedly. Pop the popcorn and watch the world go to hell. 928-476-0331. 928-476-0331 is the number if you want to join in the conversation. I know Alan's been trying to get through and for some reason wasn't able to connect. Just before I went to break, he called back again and he was breaking up really bad. So I hope he can get a stable signal. Which is kind of interesting. We last night, I don't know if anybody out there is on T-Mobile. I'm on T-Mobile as well. And last night, T-Mobile, at least nationwide, went down. And they said, I went into the store to see what, this is a brand spanking new phone. What's going on with this? Hey, this very expensive piece of shit that you sold me isn't working. Oh, it's not your fault. We're having a worldwide outage. Oh, a worldwide whatage? A worldwide outage, yes. So you're telling me that that T-Mobile, their entire system went down. Something took it down, just like whatever took down the entirety of the pilot alert system that grounded all those airplanes a month ago or so. Well, I don't know, man. I called a technician. He said, "Well, what did he say was wrong?" Oh, he didn't get into it. But he said they're working on it. Okay, great. Thanks. Thanks for that. Thanks for, all the wonderful, wonderful information about that. Tucker Carlson even had something to say about all these balloons. the other night. And we're gonna watch that here in just a moment. But I'll tell you what. Let's do that right now. Let's take a look at that right now. Let's
seems like
let's
Joe
listen
Biden's
to.
shooting an awful lot of things out of the sky. Have you noticed? It's not your imagination.
Let's
Last
talk.
Sunday, of course, the Pentagon took out that enormous Chinese spy balloon after it had already surveilled our entire country.
It doesn't want to do that.
South Carolina. You thought the trend was over, but no. On Friday, the White House announced that fighter jets had downed an object the size of a car over Alaska. Then on Saturday, an American F-22 shot down another unidentified object over Canada.
Another one
Sunday,
over Canada.
An F-16 took out what the pilot said looked like a flying octagon 20,000 feet over Lake Huron. This apparently was the same object that the Pentagon had dismissed as a radar anomaly the night before as it hovered over Montana.
I got no words.
Montana Congressman Matt Rosendale was not convinced. He said it looked very real to him, and apparently he was right. But what was it? What exactly were all three of these objects? As of yesterday, nobody seemed to know. Listen to the commander of NORAD, Air Force General Glenn Van Herk, pointedly say that the U.S. government has not ruled out the possibility of extraterrestrials.
Because you still haven't been able to tell us what these things are that we are shooting out of the sky, that raises the question,
we're being invaded by aliens! Aliens!
And if so, why? Because that is what everyone is asking us right now.
Yeah, thanks for the question, Helene. I'll let the intel community and the counterintelligence community figure that out. I haven't ruled out anything. At this point, we continue to assess every threat or potential threat unknown that approaches North America with an attempt to identify it.
Could be aliens. So here you have three unknown objects in
Could
3
be
days.
aliens.
If these things are extraterrestrial, what we're seeing is an alien invasion.
Oh my God.
That means at some point they're probably going to demand to be taken to our leader. And what are we going to say then? This is Kamala Harris. She once dated Montel Williams, but now she runs our country because her boss is senile. Embarrassing. Thankfully, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Privately, the U.S. government does not believe these things came from another planet. Whatever they are, they were floating, carried along by wind currents. That means they're lighter than air and therefore unable to enter our atmosphere without burning up. They must have come from Earth. In other words, they're what we Earthlings call
a balloon.
Balloons. Heard the word before? What's weird is that no one in charge is willing to say the B word out loud. Watch Flack John Kirby refuse to describe the flying octagon over Michigan.
Can you tell us anything more about this octagonal object? How big was it?
We're still trying to assess what that was. I'm not going to get into a description. I've seen the press reports about what it looked like. I think we all need to be humble here in terms of what our ability is to positively identify stuff from fighter aircraft that are going several hundred miles an hour past, essentially, in terms of relative motion, a stationary object that was not very big. So we don't know what this exactly looked like. And again, we're still not sure exactly what the purpose of it was or who owned it.
Well, he's got a necktie on and he's standing in front of a podium, but is this normal? Is this the way things are supposed to work?
We have satellites that can look down and identify what brand of cigarette somebody is smoking. We can see whether they polished their shoes or tied their shoes or what brand of shoes they are. And we can't figure out what's floating in the air above American airspace. My bullshit meter just went bing, 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 bing.
We shot these things down, but we have no idea what they were. We don't know where they came from or what they were doing here. That's what he's saying. That's what they're all saying. And maybe that's true. On the other hand, this is the same administration that sabotaged the Nord Stream pipeline, the single biggest act of industrial terrorism in history, and continues to lie about it. So on the other hand, maybe it's not true. NORAD says the U.S. has just readjusted its radar filter, so all of a sudden we're seeing all these objects in the sky we didn't know were there, flying at altitudes that pose an obvious threat to commercial airliners. Okay. And you should take that seriously, especially because it's just been reported, we cannot confirm this, but you've got to wonder, that at least one of these objects was a National Weather Service balloon. Again, unconfirmed, but if that's true, it would mean the Biden administration used fighter jets to shoot down its own balloon, and we really are becoming Fetterman Nation. Let's hope that's not true.
Fetterman Nation.
Either way, what we know for certain tonight is that there is chaos in America's domestic airspace. That has never happened before. It's not a good sign. There's chaos on the ground, too, a lot of it. 10 days ago, for example, a train derailed in East Palestine, Ohio. That's about 50 minutes outside Pittsburgh. Apparently, there was some kind of mechanical failure. We still don't have details on what that failure was.
And we will never get those.
We do know
details.
About 50 cars derailed. At least 10 of them were carrying thousands of gallons of highly dangerous chemicals, including vinyl chloride, which causes cancer. Watch.
This is a moment of the explosion there.
Thunderous boom, and then a huge plume of thick black smoke that could be seen for miles. This was the moment officials in East Palestine, Ohio had been planning for, a controlled release of toxic chemicals from several train cars at the site of a derailment, one that has forced thousands from their homes.
And all the way around, everybody's frustrated and like to go home.
The decision to conduct a controlled release came just days after the train derailed in the rural Ohio community, sparking a massive fire. As the blaze continued to burn through the weekend, concerns quickly escalated. That's because 5 of the train cars carried the chemical vinyl chloride, an unstable material with the potential to explode, shooting deadly shrapnel up to a mile away and releasing toxic fumes into the air.
We don't want to second guess anybody. We got to assume everybody involved was doing their best under a highly stressful situation.
You know, that's a good question. Nuclear winter or nuclear summer?
Maybe there's a good reason. Again, no second guessing. But what it means is those clouds of toxic smoke flew up and out. And that toxic smoke almost immediately began killing animals. Dead fish washed up on shore. As one hazardous materials specialist put it, we basically nuked a town with chemicals. So then representatives from the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, arrived to restore calm. Yes, an EPA spokesman explained, chemicals from the derailed train did enter the local watershed. And yes, they did kill fish. But the drinking water supply remains totally safe. The fish are dead.
If you believe
go
that,
ahead and fill your thermos and
I've
brew
got
some
a
coffee.
bridge to sell.
Now, we don't know if the locals in East Palestine are drinking the water tonight, but we can tell you the Biden administration doesn't seem too concerned about it either way. Donald Trump got over 71% of the vote in the county in the last presidential election. That's not exactly the Democratic Party's core demographic. Fentanyl, toxic waste spill, whatever. They're not our voters. And by the way, what does a chemical spill have to do with climate change? If you can't use it to sell solar panels, it's not really an environmental disaster.
There you
That's
go.
the rule in Washington. So no one in the Biden administration bothered to issue warnings to communities that might be in the path of those toxic mushroom clouds you saw floating up from the train wreck, because no one cared enough to do that. Pete Buttigieg is the official who's supposed to be in charge of our transportation infrastructure. Technically, he's the transportation secretary. At an appearance today, he seemed to have no idea that there was a train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio. His real concern, he explained, is that we have too many damn white construction workers in this country.
We have heard way too many stories from generations past of infrastructure where you got a neighborhood, often a neighborhood of color, that finally sees the project come to them, but everyone in the hard hats on that project looking like...
And that's our transportation secretary who's supposed to be, dealing with this kind of thing. And he's talking about, he's talking about white guys in hard hats working on construction projects. When he's got train derailments going on, shipping issues around the country. And he's talking nonsense.
That's the problem, Mayor Pete. Too many white guys in hard hats. Why didn't we realize this before we built all this infrastructure that's now crumbling? It's actually not funny, and future historians will marvel at just how much damage one incompetent narcissist can cause when he's elevated to a serious job, like transportation secretary. Here's a guy who could not, on a bet, who could not at gunpoint change his own tire, who oversees our roads, railways, and airports, all of which are crumbling from mismanagement and neglect. And not just from mismanagement and neglect, but also from actual acts of sabotage. Over the last 2 years, the FBI has investigated more than 40 cases of rail sabotage in Washington state alone, in one state. Now, a lot of those attacks involve so-called shunt devices. Those are wires stretched between tracks that interfere with the train's electrical signals and cause derailments. In one incident, just before Christmas in 2020, a shunt caused a train to derail in Custer, Washington. That train spilled 30,000 gallons of crude oil and forced locals to evacuate their homes. Well, that's not the environmental disaster that Joe Biden talks about, because, of course, he can't buy solar panels from the Chinese to fix it. But it was, objectively speaking, an act of terrorism. The interesting thing is, very often, in fact, in the majority of cases, people who commit acts of terrorism against infrastructure, whoever they are never punished. And the ones who are caught aren't really punished. One woman who tried to destroy trains using a shunt got out of jail after only a year. Oh. So no one's paying any attention and no one really seems to care, because what does that have to do with environmental racism and climate? And possibly as a result of that attitude, there are an awful lot of train derailments in this country, many more than you may realize. In the last calendar year, more than 1,000 trains went off the tracks in the United States.
Now,
how's that
did
for a
anybody
metaphor?
out there knew that?
Just today, 2 more trains derailed. One of them was in South Carolina and one was in Texas near Houston. The train near Houston was also carrying hazardous materials, as so many trains are. What's going on here exactly? We're not even going to guess. But we can tell you the chaos is not limited to our rail system. There have also been many recent attacks on our power grid. Very few of those attacks have been widely reported. Last year, there were more than 100 attacks of them in the United States, attacks on our power grid. In North Carolina this winter, for example, nearly 50,000 people lost their power in freezing temperatures when somebody shot up 2 energy substations, and so on. Why is it not a big story? Oh, it's not a story at all. And then, of course, at the same time, we've also seen a series of bizarre accidents befalling the food industry, threatening our food supply. That would include unexplained fires and plane crashes in processing plants, to chicken feed that seems to stop egg production. Boy, next they'll be coming for the water. Oh, wait, they are. Less than a month into the Biden administration was also a highly sophisticated attack on the water supply outside Tampa.
Pinellas County Sheriff Bob Galtieri says a water treatment plant operator first noticed the remote access hack. The bad actor increased the amount of sodium hydroxide, or lye, in the water supply from 100 parts per million to more than 11,000. For the 15,000 residents of Oldsmar, Florida, the increase of sodium hydroxide in the water supply could have caused vomiting, chest, and abdominal pain.
This type of activity and this type of hacking of critical infrastructure is not necessarily limited to just water supply systems. It can be anything.
And it
An
is.
attack on our water supply. That's weird. I didn't
And
read
it
that
is an
in the New
attack.
York Times. But what's interesting, not to connect the dots or anything, that was not the only attack on our water supply that year. In January 2021, there was a similar effort to poison the water treatment plant that serves the San Francisco Bay Area. An unidentified hacker accessed the facility's computers remotely. According to NBC, quote, after logging in, the hacker deleted programs that the water plant used to treat drinking water. Now, fortunately, in this case, somebody noticed it. The next day, the attack was discovered and those programs were reinstalled, so nobody got poisoned. But they kept trying. There were similar hacks of water treatment facilities in California in August of 2021. There was one in Maine in July of 2021. There was one in Pennsylvania in May of 2021. In Nevada in March. In New Jersey in September of 2020. In Kansas in March of 2019. And so on. So who's looking after our water supply? Water, that's kind of basic. Well, that's the job of the EPA. But what does protecting the water have to do with passing out cash in the name of remediating environmental racism? Oh, nothing. So they're not paying attention. In fact, they're not paying attention to such an extent that even the Washington Post, which is a shill for the administration if there ever was one, pointed out that, quote, for more than 2 decades, the EPA has not been resourced or organized to secure the nation's water and wastewater sector against physical and cyber threats. Wait a second. So nobody's paying attention?
Of course
to
not.
The most critical infrastructure, not the racist roads, but food, water, energy, transportation infrastructure. Food, water, energy, infrastructure. What does that add up to? Oh, that adds up to a country. You can't have a country without those things. And in every single case, whatever the cause, our food, water, energy, and infrastructure are being degraded. Who knows why? If you didn't know anybody, you think there might be a war going on. Why is no one talking about this?
And is there a war going on? A war for your freedom, a war for your independence? Let's go to some of the chats here, because I think some of them are appropriate. Alan says it's not going to be long now. Cheesy popcorn for me. Silly Business says nuclear winter or nuclear summer. Alan says both. Jester Talk says, am I the only one who thinks nothing serious will happen? Fecal face, shit face. Yeah, love it. Fecal face says, maybe not in a town near you, just starvation. Alan says, who knows what to think about this puppet administration's reckless and dangerous incompetence. Peanut Gallery follows up, if it were the Ukraine water supply, they'd be all over that shit. They'd be building desalination plants on the Black Sea right now. Little talked about story in Ukraine. Seems that the Ukrainian they have upped the ante in Ukraine, and both sides are now using chemical weapons. We'll go into that story here in a little while. It is it's amazing when you really sit down and think about it. 928-476-0331. 928-476-0331 is the phone number if you want to join in the conversation. Well, we've got all this stuff going on in the United States. We reported on this a while ago about all these food manufacturing plants going up in smoke, airplanes falling out of the sky, crashing into them. Of course, at the same time, we've got out of control inflation. And that's another thing. Why isn't the Biden administration talking about inflation going up? Because it actually is. Didn't they pass and sign the Inflation Reduction Act? Aren't we supposed to be seeing lower prices at the pump? Aren't we supposed to be seeing lower prices at the grocery store? Aren't we supposed to be seeing all this wonderful stuff because inflation is actually going down? Supplies are going up. What's going to be interesting is tomorrow another report is going to be dropping, and we'll see how grim that news is. They keep saying that our pay is going up, when in actuality, the average pay has dropped. tens of thousands of people on unemployment, getting new unemployment. And we can't seem to get our collective shit together and actually pinpoint the problem in the economy. I can point it out. I can point it out. It's this dirtbag here. Because the more you're hungry, the more the more you're hungry, the more you're without the necessary things like fuel and affordable housing and food. The more you're going to be dependent upon them to give you the things you need to survive. And that's exactly what they want. That's exactly what they want from you and of you. They want you to be hungry. They want you to be unable to house yourself, feed yourself, clothe yourself, take care of your own medical issues. They don't want you to be in a position of independence. They want you under their thumb. Total and complete control. Johnny says, dang, I always tap the Miss Hanson show first. I go raw undercovers. And happy Valentine's Day to you, Johnny. And everybody else out there. Of course, it is Valentine's Day, isn't it? Why hasn't anybody sent me any Valentines? I really want to know. Why hasn't anybody sent me any Valentines? I want I want a Valentine. Golly gee whiz. 928-476-0331. Of course, it isn't all bad news. Just isn't very much good news. We are being led in so many directions that, hell, and I'm usually pretty good at being able to analyze what the hell's going on and realize that, yeah, we're okay. But I'm really truly beginning to wonder. I really am truly beginning to wonder what the hell is going on. And I think you are too. I think you are too. Johnny called me today, called me this afternoon. I didn't think you'd answer. Why wouldn't I answer? Why wouldn't I answer my phone? I enjoyed talking to Johnny. It was a good conversation. We had fun. We talked about a lot of things. But okay, that wasn't nothing. I keep hoping that Henry will show up, save me from myself. Of course, we didn't have a program at KTOX on Sunday. The reason was the Stupid Bowl, of course, was on. I have absolutely no idea who was playing. I have absolutely no idea who won. I don't want to know. So don't type it in the chat room. Don't send it to me. Don't send it to me otherwise. The only way that I will accept that information is attached to a $20 bill. Then I'll read it over the air. After that, no. I don't want to know who played in the Super Bowl. I don't want to know who won. I don't want to hear any of the drama around it. I was actually kind of pissed off because I had a really pretty good show lined up for Sunday, and then realized that I can't go in. It's Stupid Bowl Sunday. I won't be able to go in until next week, so we'll have to wait until next week, I guess. But it's all good and dandy. 928-476-0331 is the number if you want to join in the conversation. And let's go to the phones. The Raw, you are on the air. Hello, The Raw, you're on the air. Maybe. Going once? Going twice? I guess not. Try that again here real soon. Nine two eight 476-0331 is the number. But you know, it's super duper interesting. It really is. And welcome to the program. Want you guys to all go out and consider joining the raw.locals.com. The Raw, you are on the air. Good evening.
Hello.
Hi, Johnny. How you doing, sweetheart?
You're lucky. I should have sent you some dick pics.
Don't send me dick pics.
Well, you know, if you're going to talk about it on air, I might as well send you something interesting to talk about.
What do you think? You think I'm actually going to like share those on the air? No way. Look what Johnny sent me. Yeah, the great big old huge penis.
Well,
there.
if you describe them, talk about it slowly.
No. How about not at all?
Let it last. There's not much to talk about, so let it last. No, you know, the best thing about the Super Bowl.
I don't want to talk about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but Rihanna's baby kicked at halftime.
I don't care. I don't care. Did Rihanna's baby score a field goal? No.
Yeah, his little arm came out of her vagina, grabbed that and
I don't want to know. I don't care.
I can't believe you missed it.
I of course I missed it. Did you watch the Stupid Bowl?
I didn't. Well, I kind of did. Because I did go to my sister's house, and you know how they are. There are a bunch of jocks in that house.
all the testosterone landed over there, huh?
Yeah, but they cater really well. You're stupid not to go to a feast at their house.
Well, there you go.
They cater very well.
There you go. I can understand that. I really can.
When was the last time you had eggplant sandwiches with broccoli rabe?
Never. Fuck, eggplants. Oh my God, eggplant is so gross.
Broccoli rabe made right, correctly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh. I think of eating eggplant, and I like to throw up a little bit in my mouth.
I made everybody mad because I don't know. I'm like you. I don't care. But something was really obvious. Just from staring at the screen.
Okay, what was that?
I said, I know exactly who's going to win.
Oh, good God.
And I said, I know exactly who's going to win. And I said, and then it made me think about that guy that, you know, he bet $1 million.
Right.
Like an $11,000 bet. So I asked, like, how much? And it was like high, like if you put $1 million in, you would get $1 million back, or like, you know, you'd get about 700,000 back.
Right.
On $1
something
million.
like that.
It was something like that. And I went, oh shoot! But I know exactly who's going to win, and it was obvious. It was completely obvious because, first of all, there was an eagle. What are you laughing about?
The comments in Rumble, I just absolutely floored me for a minute. Alan says it would have been better if Rihanna's baby jumped out like on the Alien movie.
I thought it did.
Oh man.
Ask any pregnant woman if they could perform for an hour on stage jumping around.
No.
Yeah, I know, granted she wasn't really singing, but come on. Girl. I don't know. She doesn't have babies. She had a bunch of chicken wings, maybe. I don't know. I'm calling shenanigans.
You calling shenanigans on it? I wouldn't call shenanigans on it. It is.
No, some women are strong.
Yeah.
Some women are strong.
All right, Johnny, I'm at the top of the hour.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm at the top of the hour. I got to go.
I love your dress. Your blouse.
Oh, thank you very much. You just like looking down it.
You look good at blue. You look good in blue.
All right, Johnny. You have a good one. Thanks for the call. Do appreciate it.
I'm going to chat with Alan.
You do that. You do that.
That motherfucker.
All right, we'll talk to you in a minute. It is the Raw. I'm your hostess with Moses, Miss Missy Hansen. We'll be right back. It is the Raw right here on Rumble. Time Call Taxi is here for all your transportation needs, whether it's a ride to work, the store, or anywhere. Time Call Taxi is here for you. Call 928-763-1010, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going out to paint the town red? Call Time Call Taxi and get to and from your fun in a timely and safe manner. Call Time Call Taxi, 763-1010. That's 763-1010.
If a natural disaster comes knocking, how prepared is your family? You can't just close the door on earthquakes, floods, or hurricanes and hope they go away. That's why it's important to make a plan now. Ready.gov/plan has the tools and tips you need to prepare your family for an emergency. So if disaster shows up at your doorstep, you'll be ready. Visit ready.gov/plan and make a plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
All right, everybody in the car, let's go.
What are we gonna do first when we get there, Mom? Go for a hike?
Sure, if you want.
What about canoeing? Can we go canoeing too?
I don't see why.
What about a bike ride? No, I want to fish.
Oh,
I've never been fishing.
Honey, we can do it all.
How long does it take to get to the forest?
It's not.
Is it gonna be long?
No, sweetie.
I bet it takes forever.
It's not that far.
Are we there yet?
Yep, we're here.
Already? No way! Come on.
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a neighborhood park or green space near you. Also, find fun activities to do like boating and biking or camping and hiking, plus much more. It's all right in your naturehood. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
Okay, this is the target house.
Yeah, but Jimmy, what about this here sticker?
What sticker?
Right here on the door. These premises protected by Southwest Alarm Service. 763-4331 and 753-2333.
That's just a sticker. One of these companies is going all over town giving these things out to everybody. Forget about it. If you're ever going to be any good in the burglar business, you're going to have to learn these things. Now, we're inside. You get the stuff down here, and I'll get the stuff upstairs. You know, cash, jewelry, burglary.
Jimmy, what time is it?
It's about 1 a.m. Why?
Because it looks like the sun came up outside.
You in the house. You're completely surrounded. Come out with your hands in the air.
Just a sticker, huh, Jimmy?
Southwest Alarm Service, 753-2333 or 763-4331. Because real security is more than a yard sign or a sticker. Call Southwest Alarm Service today.
Southwest Alarm has the only 24-hour locally monitored central station.
The opinions voiced on The Raw are those of the hosts and the callers and not necessarily represent the views and opinions of KTOX and Reuben Broadcasting or its advertisers. The opinions should be considered as the ramblings of raving lunatics.
You're listening to The Raw with Henry and Miss Raw, brought to you by Pirate Web Radio Productions, Reuben Broadcasting, along with KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM, the Tri-State's undisputed talk leader.
We the people, and all we do, reserve the right to scream, fuck you! Wear your mask, take your pills, now a whole generation's mentally ill. Man, fuck Fauci. But COVID's near, it's coming to town. We gotta act quick, shut our borders down. Joe Biden does, the media embraces. Big Doc does it and they call them racist. We the people. Let's go in and we the people. Let's go in and we the people.
Oh, and welcome back. It is The Raw. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Miss Misty Hansen, and want to say hello and welcome to everybody watching. Glad that you're out there. Please, by all means, go and sign up for theraw.locals.com, theraw.locals.com. Use promo code TheRaw for 1 free month of full service. And after that, it's just $5 a month or $50 a year. And with the $50 a year, you get, guess what? 2 more free months. So that's 3 months free if you use promo code The Raw. Yeah, there you go. It's pretty cool how that works, isn't it? Anyway, want to mention one thing, and let's go right back to the phones. The Raw, you are on the air.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, how you doing, Alan?
Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you all right.
Yeah, I tried calling my cell phone, but I don't have good cell reception here. I'm using this old phone, with this old number I've had for 25 years.
But there you go.
It's coming in, though, huh? Because I tried calling like 3 or 4 times, and I couldn't get through. I don't know. I think it's this phone. But listen, Rob, you covered a lot there in the last hour, huh?
Right.
Jeez, I don't even know what to even talk about.
The thing is, feel my confusion. I can usually find the links in all of this where this is all tied together and what they're trying to cover up, and I can't even imagine what in the hell is going on right now.
I mean, I don't think anybody really knows. It's like 15 different crisis problems that we got going on, and it's like, I mean, you can't even keep your eye on the ball here. It's like, Jesus, I mean, I don't even know what to even talk about. I mean, I know one thing though, right, is that the government has no transparency, right, at all, right? And you know who does have the most transparency in the world right now? Who is the biggest transparent? Think about it, Rob. Who is it?
Well, being I'm from Sweden, me, I'm nearly transparent.
You're the biggest transparent. You got it, right?
I got it.
I was saving that for you. I didn't know if it was going to go over.
That's all right. That went over really well. So good job. Good on you.
You think Johnny's laughing right now? I don't think so. She's going, what do you mean it's a transparent? I don't get it.
I'll tell you what. I'll even give you this. There you go. You got a ding.
Oh, that's take that. Hey, Rob, I'll call back in a little while. I'll listen more and see what I can bring up. Oh, I know something, right? You were talking about the M1 Abrams? Like
yes.
The A2s that the 31 that we shipped, which is about $3.3 billion or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You can't just
another couple billion.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can't just strip the armor off of those.
No, you can. You know what you can use? A P-38.
A what?
Can you hear me, Rob?
A P-38. Okay, yeah, can opener. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Or you can use a P-51. Remember that one, the bigger one that you use for the bigger cans?
Yeah.
You can use that one. That's pretty good.
But no, seriously, you can't just strip the armor off of those things.
No, you can't. You have to weld that shit off. I mean, you know what I mean? You have to cut it off with a plasma cutter. A plasma cutter is probably the only thing that'll take that off. I mean, once it's on there, it's on there. It's welded on there, you know? I don't know. It's so fucking ridiculous, man. Some of the shit that come up, I'm listening to that idiot Kirby today, and it's like, come on, man, really? I mean, what is this, a fucking clown show going on here? Am I really supposed to sit here and believe everything that this fucking cocksucker is saying? Crazy.
Yeah, I hear you. It's absolutely insane. It is insane.
It is. KGP calling Canada Canada or whatever the fuck it was.
Well, I call them Canadians.
One competent person in this whole administration. And it's all by design, Rob.
Do what?
Hello?
I'm here.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Oh. Yeah, all right, because it's all by design. This whole incompetence, this Jerry Lewis marathon going on over here,
Yeah,
it's
definitely going to believe.
show,
I definitely understand that. Yeah. Like I said, it seems like we're being attacked from every conceivable corner, and it's just absolutely. Oh, Johnny says, come to New York, Misty, be an official transplant.
Transplant. That's pretty good.
Oh my God.
That's good too. See, that's a good one.
That was great. That was great too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's I don't even know. You know what? The world smells blood. You know what I mean? They can see a fucking puppet in the White House right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's weak. They're run by a bunch of ideological numbskulls. You know what I mean? They don't care about white nationalism and climate and all this other bullshit. They don't care about anything. They don't care about They have an agenda. They're just trying to push that. And the whole world knows it. So they're just inch by inch creeping in, and next thing you know, it's gonna be Red Dawn, and I can't wait.
Oh, yeah. Red Dawn. I'd reach for my AR, but I'd get kicked off of YouTube. Oh my God! Well, yeah, it's getting ridiculous now. I cannot handle a firearm while live streaming on YouTube anymore.
Why are you even on YouTube? I don't get that one at all.
Well, I do it because I do get some listeners and watchers on YouTube on Tuesday nights.
Cut, yeah.
But
don't they cut everything that you do? And because I went back and tried to look at when Rumble wasn't working, and the thing was deleted.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I don't know if you deleted it or if they deleted it. I mean,
usually I end up deleting it. Lately, I haven't been. The last couple of 3 shows, I have not deleted the YouTube the YouTube replays. It's under live. It's not under the videos. It's under live. If you go to the YouTube channel for the Raw, but. No, they came out with a new rule. I can't handle a firearm during a live stream at all.
But what now is it? I can see you got your little AR behind you. The M4. No, it's an AR. But I mean, can you leave that behind you?
Oh yes, I can have at this point I can have it displayed. But I cannot have it displayed when I'm talking to people from the VA.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that. You told me that last time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Johnny wants to join in.
I'm gonna listen.
Johnny wants to join in. Hang on. I'm going to merge this call. Johnny, you're on.
Bad music.
What the fuck was that?
That's a Johnny.
That is the worst music in the world.
What?
Is that the hold music?
What hold music? Is there hold music?
There is hold music.
Am I still on the phone?
Yeah, you're still on the phone. You're on the phone with Johnny and me.
Johnny, baby. When are you gonna come up and visit me up in Maine up here?
Hey, Alan, calm down. We don't want to wake your wife up.
No, I'm in another room, and I did have it on speaker, but I just took it off. You can't really hear me. You know?
I don't want you to. If you die in the desert, we'd never find your body.
Oh my gosh! This is the first time I've had a three-way.
I think Alan's wife is a tough broad. Is she a tough broad?
Yeah, she's Irish.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a good girl. She's not for her age. She's still pretty good shape.
Kick your ass.
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with her. No way, man. Women are fucking psychotic.
Thank you.
Right, Rob? Hey, I didn't tell you, Rob. Yeah, that's a nice little cleavage going on tonight, bro.
Hey,
nice.
all those hormones are working out real well.
Shirt from China?
What's that?
Where'd you get that fucking shirt from? China?
I don't know where I got this from.
It's like a little small on you. That's all it's saying.
Oh no, it fits just fine. It's just fine.
You didn't get it. You didn't get it, Rob. I was making a joke, and you didn't get it.
Okay, I guess I didn't get it.
That was Alan giving you a compliment. That was really.
I was. Oh yeah, Rob's. Listen, JJ. Right? If I was gay, I'd definitely do fucking Rob. No doubt about it.
Would you do Rob and me?
Absolutely. You still haven't sent me any pics yet, so I have no idea what I'm talking about here.
Oh my lord.
Hey, are we live on the air?
We certainly are live on the air right now.
Holy shit. I thought you were on a commercial break or something.
No, I didn't go to commercial at all. No, I just brought you and you.
I didn't even know you could do conference call on there. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, well
Alan, don't feel bad. Not only were we live on air, I was talking to you on speakerphone with my phone up to my ear. Right on speakerphone.
Oh Jesus!
How bad is that?
I was trying to think. I was trying to think of a good joke there, and I couldn't do it.
You guys,
can you hear it?
You guys are killing me. You really are. You're both just fucking killing me. And I'm gonna end this.
Hey,
now.
let's do this every week.
Yeah, there you
we
go.
Should do this every week. And me, you, and Johnny, come on, just for 15, 20 minutes or something.
I swear.
What do you think? I think it's a good idea. What do you think?
If I was smart enough, I would have bet, if I could have, bet $2 million on the Super Bowl. I would have definitely have won. And then we could have gotten that Staten Island ferry for a song, and we could have all lived in the harbor.
Which harbor? Because as far as I'm concerned, Johnny, there's nothing east of the Mississippi. It's just a fantasy.
No,
it's fake.
We're gonna dock.
It's not real.
We'll dock underneath the Verrazano Bridge.
Oh my God, New York is a fucking shithole, Johnny. Come on.
Come on, David Lee Roth did it. He loved it. He would swim across the Verrazano all the time.
Well, he's got those fucking balloons now to hold him up, so he won't be sinking. That's for sure.
So fecal face has this for a question, and once again it's a Super Bowl question, so I really don't give a fuck, and I really don't want to know. But did anyone else see?
Who won the Super Bowl?
No.
Kansas City won.
I don't want to hear it. Blah la 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 la. You didn't pay me enough money to say that over on the air. Anyway, did anyone?
Right at the end, though,
yeah.
I heard that Rihanna's baby kicked the winning point from her vagina.
From her vagina. Well, fecal face has this to say in the Rumble Rants chat room. Did anyone else see Rihanna scratch and sniff her poonie? I saw the picture. I saw the pictures.
That fucking bitch was fucking Milli Vanilli in it. You know what I mean? She was lip syncing the thing.
They all do that.
You have to do that. I understand them doing that. That's fine. But you know,
no, it ain't. What do you mean? That's fucking that's a fugazi, right? JJ, that's a fugazi. You ought to know that. You're from New York.
I definitely agree with you, Alan. I definitely agree with you. But you know, they pay a lot of money for you to do that. And I was being yelled at because my family was telling me they don't get paid dick for that. And I said, are you crazy? And they were like, no. They don't get paid anything for that. And I went, and they were like, showing me
to do with like sponsorship or something like that. What they do is they get on there.
Nobody does anything for free.
No,
maybe they were paying back.
You know what I mean?
Maybe they're paying their dues. That might be.
Oh no, they're making. She's making money off of that, but she's just fucking sponsorship as opposed to right from the NFL is paying them. You know what I mean?
You guys are crazy.
Paid for it. Yeah, I would have said $50 million. Everybody gets paid $50 million. It's like
hey, Johnny, do you believe in aliens?
Rob Hansen, Misty Rob Hansen, Misty Ann.
I'm not an alien.
No, you're not an alien.
Oh, he's a transparent.
I'm a transparent.
Yeah, that's okay. You're a good one.
I swear that was actually really pretty good. I enjoyed that.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good, but nobody got it. You know?
Well, no, I got it, and then Johnny came back and said, "Be an official transplant." I said, "Holy crap!"
Yeah, the transplant that was good too. I like
at least nobody's calling me a transmission.
Oh, how dare! No.
That's good too. Transmission. You got a mission. I'm on a mission. Oh, fucking God. You know what I mean?
Misty is nothing but transparent.
You guys are killing me. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys.
Wait! Don't hang up yet.
One more second.
Where the heck is Henry?
Henry's at the city. Henry's at city council.
Like I swear, once you get to be a congressman, you want nothing to do with us. Unbelievable. Like, what is he, a council person?
Yes, city council. He's at city council.
Yeah, well,
right
you know what? At least complain about the roads. How are your roads over there where you live?
Oh, my roads suck.
Well, call Henry.
Henry has nothing to do with the roads where I live.
He's doing dick for the show right now.
Henry lives in Needles, right?
Yeah, he lives in Needles. I'm in Arizona. Yeah.
Henry's at a meeting.
Yeah. City council meeting.
Fucking meeting, all right.
I think there's some lady whistling in his ear, that knows that if I just keep talking to him, he'll miss the whole show. like if I just keep talking to him, he's too respectful to say goodbye, and he will never get to the show.
Oh, hold on a second. Henry can't talk on Tuesdays, right, Rob?
No, he can't talk.
Yeah,
back,
he can't hear. He can hear us, Johnny, but you can't.
Oh well,
he can't talk to us.
Yeah, he can't talk.
Not
back.
even with those Beats headphones.
Not even. No. It's. I still haven't gotten that part fixed. I tried working on it this week and failed miserably.
Come on, Henry.
Henry's not
here. You know
here.
what? At this point, can we get Tundra on the air? Alan, make it happen.
Tundra's at the city council meeting. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for the call, though, dude. Appreciate it.
I love you, Alan.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye, John.
All right. 928 476-0331. That was fun. That was both Alan and Johnny. Holy crap. That was more than I bargained for. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about a new toy I got. I think you will find it interesting too. If you are a shooter, especially if you enjoy an AR-15 or, pretty much anything, I've got some toys that you are going to enjoy, and it will save you a ton in ammo. It is The Raw. I'm your host, Moses, Mr. Rob Hands. We'll be right back. It is The Raw.
This portion of the Raw could be brought to you by you for as little as $25 a week. For more information, email us at theraw@ktox.com. That's theraw@ktox.com. theraw@ktox.com.
KTOX.
KTOX.
The Tri-States Talk Leader.
Time Call Taxi is here for all your transportation needs, whether it's a ride to work, the store, or anywhere. Time Call Taxi is here for you. Call 928-763-1010, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going out to paint the town red? Call Time Call Taxi and get to and from your fun in a timely and safe manner. Call Time Call Taxi, 763-1010. That's 763-1010. United Private Investigations, owned by Lyle Sharman, has over 30 years of investigative experience in criminal, civil, business, and private investigations. United Private Investigations provides professional and confidential investigations for corporations, companies, legal professionals, insurance companies, and individuals. Voted Best Private Investigator in Mojave County in 2018 and 2019. Contact Lyle Sharman with United Private Investigations at 928-542-5178.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Hey, you. Yes, I'm talking to you. You deserve a break. Enjoy a moment of indulgence. It's time for Zanna Coffee. Guilt-free pleasure. Zanna Coffee is the organic coffee to amplify your senses and enhance love for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Only the best organic and GMO-free coffee beans from around the world that I selected. Zanna Coffee brings you happiness in every cup. Fair trade certified, sustainable organic coffee. That means we do not use slaves. Free Zanna songs with every coffee bag. Find Zanna Coffee at www.zannacoffee.com. www.zannacoffee.com. Get your coffee bag now. Don't be cheap. Life is too short and you deserve the best. Zanna Coffee.
Who were you talking to before me? I wasn't listening. Oh. I was mad, and you know what? I know you love Rumble. But I'm going to tell you that it just died. Well, it kind of died like the volume.
Oh, you want to know why? Because I didn't have my microphone on.
Well, you were.
Oh my
holding
God!
things up to the phone.
I did that entire thing without my microphone on. Oh Lord! I am such a boomer.
What does that mean?
I'm an old guy. I forgot to turn my microphone back on.
So you know exactly what I'm saying?
Yes, I know exactly what you're saying.
Oh, I never call in thinking somebody's going to understand what I'm talking about.
I looked over and saw my microphone wasn't on. Of course, nobody's going to hear me in Rumble. Holy crap! Why didn't
you were holding things up? You were holding things.
I was holding things up, and I was talking about it, and you couldn't hear a word I said.
You're like a bitch.
Oh my God. That's fucking hilarious. That is absolutely fucking hilarious. I went and did a 10-minute presentation about the Mantis Blackbeard
I saw you doing
firing system.
Like you were very willing to talk about something.
Obviously, I was willing to talk about something, and I was talking about it quite well, but nobody could hear me because I didn't have my fucking microphone turned on.
Wait, somebody heard it. Who heard it?
Nobody heard it. Nobody heard it. Nobody heard a thing I said. The only thing people heard was the little ad I played for Mantis. That was it.
Yeah, and then you dropped out.
No, I was out completely. I was out completely.
Are you back on? You're not back on.
Yes, I am. I'm back on.
Let me see.
I'm back on.
You do have that pretty dress on. Yeah, it's not a dress. It's a blouse.
Yes, it is. It's a blouse.
I can't believe that.
You can't believe the what?
I want to call him Vito Bratta.
What? Who? When? Where? Why?
I want to call Alan Vito Bratta.
Why is that?
I want to call him Vito Bratta. For some reason, I want to call him Vito Bratta.
Okay.
Like he's my Vito.
Oh my God. Well,
I know his name is Alan.
One of the things is I can't believe I didn't have my freaking my freaking volume my microphone turned on. Holy crap. I remember
I wouldn't have called in if it wasn't for that.
Oh, that's okay. I'm glad you did and let me know. Otherwise people would just let me go on.
This whole show would have been fucked.
Oh, this whole show would have been funnier than hell, just see me watch and moving my lips.
It would have been just audio.
No, it would have been no audio. No audio, just video, no audio. Good God! The only time you'd hear me is during the commercial break, or hear anything is during the commercial break.
See, the audio just came back on just now.
Yeah.
It just popped on just now.
Yeah. Well, that's because you're behind a little bit.
And this is the sound.
Yeah.
And there's a click sound that's sexy as fuck.
What?
There's all these clicking sounds.
What clicking sound?
Oh, you are just. Stop it. Are you really doing this to me? That is sexy. Who is this?
I don't know.
Are you making guns?
No. You see, you're at the part right now where I was playing that commercial.
Well, this is the life we live.
Now, if you want to go forward and actually, see what the hell I'm doing. go, slide that slider all the way to the front.
Oh, this is the weapon that you don't have to use weapons. You can just focus and just learn how to shoot.
Correct.
I don't know, but I'm
correct. Well, that's exactly what it is.
I have to shut this off. Hold on. Let me shut this off. I have to shut you off on the thing.
Let me shut you off on the thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called the mantis blackbeard.
Beard. All right.
Blackbeard.
Yeah.
And
beard. I just see black bee.
Yeah, but it's a mantis.
I guess that's good enough.
It's a mantis blackbeard. Of course, you can't use it in New York because you can't have a rifle like mine in New York at all.
You can absolutely use that in New York because it doesn't require weapons.
Well, it does require that you have an AR-15.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's something that
they
can. I'm sure there's a way you can.
Oh, sure. If you want to become a felon in New York, sure, go right ahead.
I really don't know what it's like to have a gun in New York. I really don't know. I never had a gun in my life. I never expect to have a gun in my life. I never hope to have to kill somebody in my life with a gun. But I'm thankful for people that have guns that can protect the ones the pussies like us, I guess.
You said it. I didn't.
I did say it, but it's just how we roll.
It is how we roll. It is how we roll.
In all fairness, I wouldn't want my neighbor having a gun. My walls aren't made of titanium.
Well,
and we live too close to each other.
Well, here's the thing.
So there's
John.
A fair argument.
No, actually, it isn't a fair argument, Johnny. And
all right.
And here's why. All right. One of the reasons I got the Mantis Blackbeard is for training. Okay, to train myself, to keep myself smart in firearm safety and being able to shoot what I'm aiming at.
And I'm sure they can teach you in a way where when you're in an environment that your heart's racing and stuff, that you can stay calm.
Mm-hmm. Well, that came from training when I was in the military. But anyway, anytime you have I'm telling the people in the chat room, fast forward to live. Because
I'm gonna rewind to your blouse.
There you go. But if you go fast forward, you'll see
cleavage for days.
Yeah. Let's see. FAST forward. FOWARD to live. You are about 10 minutes behind. Yeah, because I forgot.
All I heard was behind.
Yeah, about 10 minutes behind. Oh man, yeah. I am such a goof. I didn't have my anything on. So there we go. May not have Henry at all, except for maybe the last hour, which is kind of a drag.
Yeah, well, I'm interested.
You're interested in what?
I want one of those black bees.
Blackbeards?
Yeah, that too.
Well, like I said, you got to have an AR-15 for that.
You have to have an AR. Can they send me an AR-15 too?
No, they can't send you an AR-15. You
Why? Because I'm in New York.
You're in New York. They're illegal in New York. See, there you go. See, there's another reason why New York doesn't really exist.
But
it's
I'm
a
not
fantasy.
A crazy person.
It's a fantasy. New York doesn't exist. If you can't own firearms in New York, the state doesn't exist.
No, the state owns have firearms, and we exist.
No, you don't exist.
But, you know.
You're a figment of everybody else's imagination.
And you exist because why?
New York's not real.
New York is not real?
New York's not real. Nope. Nothing past the Mississippi River is real. It's all fake.
Mississippi. I'm writing that down. Nothing past the Mississippi River is real.
Nothing east of the Mississippi is real. So there you go.
So my whole life was a dream.
Yeah, row your boat. Absolutely.
Alan, you motherfucker! You better call in the next 2 minutes.
No, he didn't need to call in the next 2 minutes. But no, seriously, the Blackbeard is really cool, and I enjoyed demoing it. I'll demo it again when my microphone's on. Maybe next week.
You know what? I'm a private person. Like, if Blackbeard wants to send me one of their pieces of equipment, I'll test it out.
Well, that's fine. You can buy it. They'll ship it to you. They won't have a problem shipping it to you if you buy it. It's just the thing is,
I have
it's
a feeling that there'll be a total problem with them if I buy it. But if you send it to me.
No, I'm not sending you mine.
I do like the click, click, click. Hold on, I'm gonna rewind. There's these click, 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 click. Oh, I went to Alan saying if I was gay.
You went back too far.
That was the first thing you went to.
Oh, that's all right. Okay, Alan, Johnny, I'm going to let you go, sweetie.
Call in and correct yourself.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk to you soon.
Why do I call in? I make nothing but trouble.
You are nothing but trouble, but I love it. All right, John.
We'll talk
to you in a minute. Bye-bye.
I love you.
Love you too. 928-476-0331. Yeah, like I said, I was I didn't have my microphone on. I'm such a goober. I had a goober moment. I turned my microphone off just like this. But here now you can, because I have my microphone on. I'm such a goober. I did that last week too, I think. Anyway, check out theraw.locals.com, theraw.locals.com. Use promo code TheRaw for 1 free month. Also, tomorrow night is the Raw Crappy Movie Watch Party. Sorry I had to cancel last week. Abruptly had a little bit of a family emergency come up that I had to deal with, and just could not. Absolutely, you should call in, Alan. You can call in all you want. I don't care. Anyway, yeah, I had a little bit of a family emergency pop up, so I couldn't do the Crappy Movie Watch Party. We will do that this week, tomorrow night. Of course, hopefully Henry will be able to join us. But do the Crappy Movie Watch Party tomorrow night, 7 to whenever the movie gets over. Of course, that is not on Rumble. That is on Twitch. Which I like Twitch. Twitch is fun. And the watch parties are a lot of fun too. And anyway, if you join theraw.locals.com and become a paid subscriber, it really does help me out quite a bit, because that money comes directly to the program, and it will allow me to continue to do this without having to eat cheese sandwiches for the rest of my fucking life. Oh my goodness gracious me. Anyway, 928-476-0331 is the number if you want to join in the conversation. I better turn off that one. So, all right, that rocks. Okay, thanks, Alan. Do appreciate that $10 super chat to my favorite transparent. Absolutely fucking killing me. You guys aren't going to let me get away with that one. I hope not. That was actually really, really, really good. I do appreciate that. That was we need more humor in life, and that's one of those that I definitely need. Oh my goodness. Oh, where did that go? No, that's not it. Is that a no? Gosh darn it! Oh, here's a wonderful Valentine's Day story for you guys. Of course, today's Valentine's Day. It's the day we celebrate the love we have for each other, our special loved ones, and everybody like that. Well, somebody tried to get ahead of the game. You'll understand in a moment. Woman's severed head found in Paris Park on Valentine's Day. Yeah, that makes for gruesome. Yeah, you're gonna love the new Paris. A woman's severed head was found in a Paris park on Valentine's Day after a bag of body parts were found nearby on Monday. The victim was described as North African or European, has not been identified. The suspect, however, is still at large. Go figure. The Mirror reported a woman's decapitated head was found in a Parisian park this Valentine's Day. Cops have tracked down other body parts, including a piece found yesterday in one. I can't even pronounce the name of that. One of the biggest green spaces situated north of France's capital. Somebody got dismembered and scattered all over the place. Oh, I love you so. I love you to pieces. I know that's wrong, right? Definitely. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Alan, that was awful. Was she giving head? Anyway, during the search at 11 a.m., park staff helped cops track down the head. At least they're ahead of the game. Local media reported the grisly find was made in area Woodland Park, which is popular location for families and joggers. And there you go. That's just absolutely just wrong. I don't know why I did that. Oh man. Definitely not the thing to do. Go to a Paris park and lose your head. And this stuff hasn't happened like that since I don't know Louis since the French Revolution. Off with their heads. Good Lord. Oh my gosh. Anyway, 928-476-0331 is the number if you want to join in the conversation. Oh man. That is, yeah, that wasn't Anyway, we were talking about the Blackbeard thing there. And on a full charge, it can do up to was it 100,000 shots or something like that? I can't remember what did they say you could do. Let's see, save thousands on ammunition. I can't remember. Like 10,000 to 100,000. I don't remember. It's a lot. A lot. I mean, right now, 1,000 rounds of 5.56 ammunition. I'm not talking about the special green tipped ammunition that I like so much, but just your standard run of the mill crap ammunition that you can buy will run you about $600 to $700 for 1,000 rounds, and that's a lot of money. That really is a lot of money. Now, mind you, that turns out to like 60 to 70 cents a round. But if you do any serious shooting like I like to do, that'll run you up. But our special potato in charge, good old Joseph Poopy Pants Biden, thinks that you shouldn't be able to own a firearm like that. Let's hear him in his own.
And I'm going to say something that's always controversial, but there is no rationale for assault weapons and magazines that hold 50, 70 bullets.
he can't even he doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. He doesn't even know the 50 to 70 bullets. Good thing I only have 30 round magazines then. Good thing only it's a good thing my magazines only hold 30 rounds. So, you know, I'm compliant as far as Smoking Joe goes. But with that Blackbeard, with that Blackbeard shooting system, hell, I can fire, you know, 10,000 times before it won't cock the weapon anymore, which is kind of cool. Which is actually kind of cool. So yeah, he doesn't want that. You know, it's almost comical. It is almost comical how, you know, they talk about all these other things, you know, like gun control and climate change and this and that and everything else. When we've got trains blowing up, we've got balloons flying overhead that are obvious Chinese spy or, you know, somebody's spy gizmos. And then, of course, suspected UFOs, unidentified flying objects, balloons. And then, of course, the government trying to tell us with a straight face that we can't identify them because it's basically a stationary target, and these jet airplanes are moving so fast. Wow. I think I've heard it all. I think I've heard it all. Anyway, when we come back, we're going to talk about Arizona elections. Some things are happening here in Arizona that could be interesting. As far as that goes, with what happened, and of course we've got Klaus Schwab. Okay, he's that really uber rich guy right now. He's at some world government summit in Dubai, and he was talking about stuff. And of course, there we have Henry, who finally decides to show up out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, well, what can I say? I had obligations, you know.
Obligations, smogligations. I look at him. Tell him, look, I'm giving you an hour of the raw time. I mean, Needles is 4,000 people. You know how long can these things go?
It's 5,200.
Soaking wet, maybe.
Well, I had to represent at least 3 of them.
Oh, okay. Well, see, there you go.
That's an hour each person.
Well, all right. An hour 3 each person.
No, that actually went pretty long tonight, but it was very productive.
Good. Glad it was productive. Glad you're here finally. Glad you're here.
Yeah, I came in just in time for break, didn't I?
You certainly did. You came in just in time for break. Of course, when we come back from the break, we're going to be talking about some Arizona news that's happening around the recent election and what Arizona's thinking about doing. Of course, you nice, very nice.
I wore that to the council meeting tonight.
Yeah,
a t-shirt and a sweater.
A t-shirt and a sweater. That's it. No pants.
That's
no
it.
underwear.
No, no, just a t-shirt. It was a long t-shirt. Like a skirt, you know, like a mini skirt.
Like a mini skirt. Oh my God! You know, you're turning them out like me. You know, of course, I have been voted. I have been voted the fans' favorite transparent.
Transparent, okay.
Yep. So
that makes you trans, right?
Well, I'm already trans, but I'm transparent. I'm a transparent. Yeah, I have kids. I'm a parent. I'm trans. I'm transparent.
There you go.
See, Alan coined that one.
Okay.
Oh,
Alan also coined the other one, the Chinese syphilis. Or gonorrhea.
Chinese gonorrhea. Chinese syphilis, Chinese gonorrhea. It's all the same shit. It's all the same shit.
Sniff, sniff, drip, drip, either, whatever.
Definitely. Snip, snip, drip, drip. Anyway, we'll be right back. It is the Raw. We're heading to the top of the hour. Henry, you missed 2/3 of this.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed, but like I said, it was very productive. So
okay, well, I'll tell you what. We'll be right back right after these messages. It is the Raw. Time Call Taxi is here for all your transportation needs, whether it's a ride to work, the store, or anywhere. Time Call Taxi is here for you. Call 928-763-1010, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going out to paint the town red? Call Time Call Taxi and get to and from your fun in a timely and safe manner. Call Time Call Taxi, 763-1010. That's 763-1010.
Learn how to defend yourself and your loved one. Kingman Force on Force. Krav Maga. Empty hands. Edge weapons. Firearms training. Train like law enforcement with our virtual range simulator. AZCCW classes. Free gun safety classes. Our instructors are AZDPS licensed, NRA certified, and former Combat Special Forces. 3001 Stockton Hill Road, Kingman, Arizona. www.kingmanforceonforce.com.
I'm Rob Hansen.
And I'm Henry Longbreak, along with Tundra.
And KTOX 1340 AM, we are pleased to support the Mojave County Sheriff's K-9 Foundation.
The Mojave County K-9 Foundation teams with the Mojave County Sheriff Department to keep our county safer. It increases deputy safety, and the dogs are highly visible deterrents against robberies, burglaries, and drug dealing.
K-9s can save time clearing buildings. It takes less than the quarter of the time that it would take a deputy on his own.
K-9s can track juvenile runaways, missing elderly persons, fleeing suspects, and provide comfort to traumatized victims.
For more information about the Mojave County Sheriff's K-9 Foundation, or you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation or host a fundraising event that includes a K-9 demonstration, call John Sancelli at 651-270-0920 or go online at www.mcsk9f.com.
The Mojave County Sheriff's K-9 Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Okay, this is the target house.
Yeah, but Jimmy, what about this here sticker?
What sticker?
Right here on the door. These premises protected by Southwest Alarm Service. 763-4331 and 753-2333.
That's just a sticker. One of these companies is going all over town giving these things out to everybody. Forget about it. If you're ever going to be any good in the burglar business, you're going to have to learn these things. Now, we're inside. You get the stuff down here, and I'll get the stuff upstairs. You know, cash, jewelry.
Jimmy, what time is it?
It's about 1 a.m. Why?
Because it looks like the sun came up outside.
You in the house. You're completely surrounded. Come out with your hands in the air.
Just a sticker, huh, Jimmy?
Southwest Alarm Service, 753-2333 or 763-4331. Because real security is more than a yard sign or a sticker. Call Southwest Alarm Service today.
Southwest Alarm has the only 24-hour locally monitored central station.
The opinions voiced on the Raw are those of the hosts and the callers and not necessarily represent the views and opinions of KTOX and Ruben Broadcasting or its advertisers. The opinions should be considered as the ramblings of raving lunatics.
You're listening to The Raw with Henry and Miss Raw, brought to you by Pirate Web Radio Productions, Ruben Broadcasting, along with KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM, the Tri-State's undisputed talk leader.
We the people, and all we do, reserve the right to scream, fuck you! Wear your mask, take your pills, now a whole generation's mentally ill. Man, fuck Fauci. But COVID's near, it's coming to town. We gotta act quick, shut our borders down. Joe Biden does, the media embraces. Big Doc does it and they call them racist. We the people. Let's go Brandon. We the people. Let's go Brandon.
And welcome back. It is The Raw, and your hostess with the mostest, Miss Misty Hansen. And, of course, we have Henry Longbreak with us, Councilman Henry Longbreak, who is guarding the sacred phone number, relieving me of having to do that, which is 928-476-0331. Hi, Henry.
Hi.
I'm not going to say a damn thing until you actually fucking respond.
I had to swallow what I had in my mouth.
I hear you, man. Well, that's what you get for eating during the show, man.
Well,
I'm
we
sure you're
we
hungry.
started council meeting at executive session at 5:00, and
So what'd you talk about? No, I'm kidding.
I can tell you what we talked about in regular session.
No, I know. I'm not an executive. I understand.
No. So there's big plans for needles, and it's all looking good. So
good.
Yeah,
glad to hear it.
It's all looking good. So hopefully, a lot of this stuff gets on the move. And
now,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I said I'm going to vote for the stuff that I believe is going to help the city, and I love the executive sessions because we get to discuss before we vote.
Well, yeah, okay.
Well, it's kind of
a lot of like I said, a lot of things ought to be discussed in workshops, but that's
well, we are going to do one.
That's just me.
We are going to do one. Yeah, we are going to do one. We're going to have a workshop. It's going to be about 4 hours. We're going to all discuss it. All the council members going to discuss it in a meeting with the city manager, and exactly what we want, because some things we seem to be not on the same page with, and we're voting against them. And he's got to be on board what the voters voted us in for.
Yeah, well, there you go, and that's exactly what it should. Now, are you familiar with Klaus Schwab?
Yes.
Okay, big rich billionaire type of guy. All right, he. Of course, he is at the World Government Summit. Okay,
Why?
in Dubai or something like that.
Why is he at a government summit? He's just a businessman, ain't he?
They own the world, man. They control everything.
That's true.
Anyway, he was there talking about AI chatbots and digital identities, and was quoted saying, "Who masters those technologies in some way will be master of the world." And he's not kidding.
No, he's not
on that.
No, and it's almost there.
Well, here he is.
We are just now where we move into the exponential phase. And I agree. Artificial intelligence, but not only artificial intelligence, but also the metaverse, near space technologies, and I could go on and on. Synthetic biology. Our life in 10 years from now
synthetic
will be
biology.
Completely different, very much affected. And who masters those technologies in some way will be the master of the world.
There you go.
Yeah, well, he's not too far off.
No, well, the thing is, if you know, if those who think they're in power, or those who are trying to gain power, like him, who believe he controls the world, which he controls a bunch of the finances of the world. So yeah, he does have control over that.
Mm-hmm.
He's absolutely right. If they can gain control over these technologies, they will control us.
Mm-hmm.
They will control us. Now, here's the second part of that.
I think the fourth revolution, industrial revolution, will be in our mind for quite some years to come. But what is very essential, my concern, my deep concern, is that those technologies, if we do not work together on a global scale, if we do not formulate, shape together the necessary policies, they will escape our power to master those technologies. Because artificial intelligence, it's relatively easy, let's say, to understand how a computer functions. Of course, if I go back to the first industrial revolution, how a steam engine functions. But how does really quantum computing function? How does artificial intelligence, particularly if it's self-replicating, functions? So one of my concerns is how to shape the necessary policies to make sure that those technologies serve humankind. But the second concern which I have, and where governments have an important role, the change goes so fast in our world, and will go even faster. How can we make sure that the individual, each citizen, doesn't feel overwhelmed by change because he cannot understand really what's going on? And if we do not understand, we become fearful and we react negatively. And we see the first consequences already in many countries with polarization of the public opinion. It has to do.
Everybody's looking down at their fucking phone.
That we lose control over our own fate.
I thought that was funnier than hell. I mean, you look there and all these guys are down there. You know, they're playing with their fucking phones. You know, Klaus, you're behind. Everybody else is already, you know. They've got their phones. They're more interested in what
what's for dinner.
What's for dinner?
Wow.
And of course, never mind. I was going to be rude, crude, and socially unacceptable.
Not you.
Yeah, I was going to. Anyway, hey, Johnny just hit me with a super
Johnny
chat. Says Alan, Henry needs an almond joy and several Kit Kats. He get gas to go through the next 7 hours of the raw. 7 hours? Are you fucking kidding me? Coffee is always free at Circle K. Coffee is not free at Circle K anymore. Not anymore, and it's not Circle K anymore. They're done with that. Yeah.
It's just a Chevron now.
Yeah, it's just a Chevron now. Oh my gosh.
And James is over at the Mobile now. Lori's,
really?
Lori's brother, little brother.
Okay.
Yeah, he's over at the Mobile, which is a very small place.
Yeah, it is.
And I was looking at one of his Facebooks. He goes, "It's been 3 hours since my last customer last night."
Yeah, but think about what they're talking about there. Okay, they're talking about mastering technology to master us.
Well. That's what they're already doing that.
And if you seriously, if you watched that video, let me see if I can't come back. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to blow this back up on look at all the people there. Okay, very few people are actually paying attention to him.
Mm-hmm.
And really, they're looking at their phones. A lot of them. You can see this one guy, especially right here,
He's sleeping. He's sleeping.
No, he's not sleeping. He's looking at his phone.
Well, there might be a translation going on too.
Well, that's possible as well, but still, they're. I don't know. It's insane.
I see people on city councils sit there and are texting people. They're looking at their emails.
Councilman.
Yes.
How
council
rude.
Members, council members.
How rude.
I'm not saying where or what city, but I've seen it done.
I've seen it done before too.
Yeah, it's like no. I have my phone on in my pocket or on the top of the desk in front of me with the sound off. Someone actually called me when I was on council tonight, right. And I didn't even know they called because I'm not paying attention.
Well, you shouldn't be. Your attention should be on the job that you are doing.
You have to. If you don't, all the crap's going to get right past you. And these people out there in the audience and these people in this city are the ones I'm representing. They're the ones that voted me in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I want to represent them, not doing my text messages or looking on Facebook to see what's going on. I already know what's going on Facebook. I already know what's going on when I text.
That's okay.
Somebody.
I should start texting you during the city council meetings that vote no. You'll get back from that and start complaining. And say, why didn't you tell me to vote no on that? I did. You just weren't paying attention.
And then you can go back on the video because everything's recorded.
Yeah.
Go back on the video, looking at me, looking at my phone and laughing.
vote no. No, anyway. But no, seriously, we should be concerned about some of these technologies that are moving forward. I am not so worried about AI right now.
I am. I'm concerned about it. I'm not worried. I'm concerned.
I wouldn't say I'm worried. I'm not even really all that concerned about it right now because it's so primitive. Primitive.
I don't think so.
I think it is. A lot of what you see right now. Of course, we got Chat GBT, which we played around with that one night. That was that one day during the program. That was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, what?
But right now, hang on. Let me finish my thought here. Right now, the technology is so primitive. Okay, it can write, and it can formulate it, but it's not formulating any new ideas. Well, it's not formulating anything that already hasn't been presented to it. But go ahead.
Well, you know how drugs control your mind,
right?
AI can control your mind too.
How?
If you get I'm not now. This is conspiracy theory shit,
right?
If you get a bug put in you, if you get something put in you, if you get anything in your body, a chip or whatever, we can go on and on about conspiracy theory. It can control what you're doing.
Okay.
Look what happens. Let me finish. Look what happens when a certain group gets into power. And they want to get something done, and then all of a sudden you have a mass shooting, and then you have a mass shooting behind another mass shooting, and you never figure out what the issue is, except for every one of them that I have followed has been on some kind of psych meds.
Well, there you go, right there.
If they're on psych meds,
but here's it, and it's not, and we don't have the level of technology to do that.
I think we do. I
don't think we do. I don't think we do at all. And I don't want to say you're crazy, but you're crazy.
Well,
you're crazy. You're crazy if you think that.
I am going to conspiracy theorist shit.
Yeah, I
don't like going there. I really don't, because that's what it is. Shit.
Yeah. Well, was it Elon Musk and his group have been working on a brain implant?
Oh well,
but like I said, the technology is so infantile right now, and it just really isn't there. You'll end up killing more people than you'll help or being able to control.
As it's doing now.
As at this point. Now, 20, 30, 40, 50 years down the line, maybe even 100 years down the line. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well,
but
look how much was controlled with this virus.
Well, they did that through media and just out and out fear.
Well, and then the vaccine. Okay, now we're going to get kicked off the YouTube. Now, do you know that guy?
I don't fucking care about
you. Do you know that the football player that had a heart attack on the field?
Right.
Do you know that he won't talk about anything?
I was going to do that story tonight and run through it briefly, but he won't discuss. He kind of got silent there and said,
because they've asked him, what do you think might have caused this heart attack and everything? Just complete silence.
Shut up. No, they asked him what the doctor said.
Yeah, complete. Yeah, right.
He shut down. And he completely shut that down.
Now there could be two reasons behind that. The one reason could be because medical reasons, and the other one could be medical reasons, and he still wants to play football. Right. So now, if he had a medical issue, that has to be known with every team that he wants to go play for.
Right, and
that's
the thing is, he had a heart attack on the field. That's going to be known, and they're going to be looking into that.
He died. He actually died on the field.
Yeah. Sorry.
You call in for work dead. You couldn't deny that one.
Yeah, no, not at all.
When your heart stops and you stop breathing, you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
And they literally brought him back to life.
Yeah.
And if it wouldn't have been for them and the medical technologies in the right hospital and everything, he would have been dead.
Absolutely. Well, let's go to the phones. The Raw, you are on the air. Good evening.
Oh my God, you are so
Johnny!
talking about ammunition.
I'm so sexy talking about ammunition. I haven't been talking about ammunition for a long time.
He's looking at your boobs.
Are you shooting blanks? Henry!
Johnny!
Henry! Did I get a laugh out of Henry?
Yeah, you got to laugh out of Henry.
Yeah, you did.
He's not on the camera.
He's on camera. Look, you're like 40 minutes behind, Johnny.
I'm like 1,000 miles away.
Yeah, and you're 40 minutes.
1,500.
You're 40 minutes behind in the broadcast. Yeah.
Well, that might be true too.
Yeah,
you might be right about that.
I definitely know. If I'm talking about ammunition on camera, that was over 40 minutes ago.
Tell him why I was late.
Thank God you have.
He knows why you were late.
Is this the Jerry Lewis telethon?
Yeah, send us your money.
Yeah, send us your money.
Where's Tundra? Motorcycle.
No, that's not.
He's not in the same room anymore.
Oh, he won't hear for 40 minutes.
Well, that's Henry? Right. He won't hear for 40 minutes.
I hear you, Johnny.
Oh, he's gone?
Look, you're behind.
Oh, I am totally behind.
Oh, he likes.
You're 40 minutes behind in the program.
When you say behind to him, he gets excited. So be careful.
I must be. Oh, Henry's not even here anymore.
Henry is.
So I can't joke about it. I can't joke about the Circle K.
You can talk about the Circle K. He's here right here. He's here right now. But where you are in the video is 40 minutes. 40 minutes ago.
Yeah.
That's definitely 40 minutes.
You got call waiting on your phone.
Yes, I do. I know that. Really?
I'm gonna bitch slap you.
Good God.
I'm coming over.
All right, Johnny. Gonna let you
go.
Bye,
Johnny.
Henry won't talk to.
Bye, Johnny.
Call to your live.
And you are on the air.
Alan.
Hey, Misty.
Hey,
how you doing, Alan?
Is Johnny still on there?
No, he's not. I hung up on him.
Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, I said, oh, she's on the phone again. What the hell is this? You know.
That's okay.
Well, looks like Mr. Henry made it in.
Yeah, Henry did make it in. Got any special messages for him?
Hi, Alan. I was just making laws.
Nice tonight, you know.
Oh man, I'm not going to know how to handle
it. Went all right with the council meeting with you tonight, Henry.
Yes.
He can't answer you. Remember that.
I am answering.
I know, but I figured you'd convey it to him, Rob.
Oh, he can hear you. You just can't hear
that's
him.
Right. He can hear me, but he can't talk to me.
That's right.
I'm confused.
Oh.
So you can tell me to fuck off, Alan.
Right.
He said you can tell him to fuck off. I do it every day.
I was gonna do it. I didn't know. I didn't know if I was gonna hurt his feelings or not.
Oh, Alan.
Fuck it.
Not.
Don't worry about it. I already hurt his feeler,
my last one.
it's already been hurt, so you can't hurt it anymore.
It hurts so good.
Yeah, it's funny, he shows up like 2.5 hours late, and then leaves again, and then starts fucking boring everybody with this fucking bullshit and needles. You know what I mean? Like anybody fucking cares.
We all do. We all care about it.
Just kidding.
Alan, fuck you.
He'll hear that in the replay.
I know,
but
we love you, Alan. I'm joking. You know that.
No, actually, I'm actually really proud of Henry for running for city council, and then actually sitting there and doing the job. I really am.
I am too. Rob. I remember when he was running.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember when, he says, I remember watching the show last year when he was saying, I'm really thinking about running, for city council of Needles, And he actually, went through with it, and he won, and now there he is, so. I'm proud of him, too. I really am, honestly.
Yeah.
Tell him I said thank you, Alan.
He said thank you very much, Alan. He got, I think 2 or 3 votes, and, managed to make
I got 5.
Landslide, huh?
Absolutely landslide. I mean, when you're letting the horses vote, because there's not enough people.
Tundra and Dylan voted.
Yeah, Tundra. Henry said Tundra and the other
Dylan.
Dylan.
I saw Tundra's ear. But the setup that he has at home over here, you can't really see Tundra. Like on Sunday show, when I watched that, you can see him laying down.
Oh, yeah, Sunday show, Tundra's there.
Oh, that's what I just caught his ear. I don't know if it was Dylan or if it was...
No, that was Tundra on Sunday.
We weren't here Sunday.
No, we weren't.
We weren't here Sunday.
The week before, yeah.
That was Tundra.
On Sunday during the Super Bowl, and I was like, he's probably taking it off for the Super Bowl, I think she's home watching.
It was preempted.
Well, the KTOX runs the Super Bowl every year. And so
and Kansas City won. Yes,
I don't want to fucking hear it.
Kansas City.
I know you. I was just rubbing your nose on it a little bit. I know you don't give a shit about the Super Bowl. Well, honestly, Rob, I told you this before, right? And you too, Henry. You guys know. A couple of years ago, when they started that fucking kneeling shit, right, for my flag and for my goddamn anthem, I pretty much tuned it out myself. But, I recorded it, got a DVR. You know what I mean? But I didn't really watch it. Didn't really care. I just don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
don't
fucked
care.
it up.
They ruined it for me, and that's the end of that.
They did. They fucked it up for us.
They did, and Henry agrees. They fucked it up for us, and frankly, it's no fun anymore. I used to remember when I was a lot younger.
You were never young.
Super Bowl Sunday was. Well, it was special around. It was a thing. It was special around the house. The commercials were awesome. The halftime shows were awesome. The entire show. The entire show was awesome. It's just no, Johnny. I'm not gonna pick up on you. But
yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. You love Johnny.
The story with this football story. It's great. I love it.
But
I remember you telling the same thing with my family. Same thing.
Yeah. But it was a special time. We mom and dad would make special food. We'd all gather around. We'd spend time together during Super Bowl Sunday, and it was just something cool. It was time to, and nobody really cared about the game that much, unless it was the Denver Broncos in the Super Bowl, which they've only done 3 times.
And they only won once.
Excuse me?
They only won. Oh, twice, 2 in a row. I'm sorry. And then John Elway got his win. Then went the next year and got it back to back. the Super Bowls. But they've been in it five times and lost.
Henry's talking. He's trying to tell me how many times the Denver Broncos won the Super Bowl.
Twice, back to back.
Anyway,
3 times, right?
Yeah, 3 times.
Twice.
They've actually won it 3 times.
Twice.
Yeah.
John Elway won it back to back one year, and then when whoever that was, the one guy that was so old that he couldn't.
That's right.
Yeah. Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Came and won it a third time.
He did.
Oh yeah, that Peyton came in before he retired. Pulled off another one.
And but yeah, no, the Broncos have been in the Super Bowl 4 times, won 3. Their first one is when I learned to hate the Dallas Cowboys, because they were playing the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl at that time.
Since the 1970 NFL merger, the Broncos have won 15 division titles.
Reminiscing about the good old days of football before the wokeism ruined everything for us.
Henry, stop that, please. You have a computer right there in front of you. You can look it up without, having.
How many Super Bowls have the Denver Broncos lost? 5. They lost 5.
Okay, fine. He can't hear you. Yes, the Broncos have lost 5 Super Bowls. They've been to the Super Bowl 8 times.
Nothing worse than the Bills, though.
Hey, Henry, how many times have you been to the Super Bowl? He's giving me the middle finger.
That's one.
All right, Alan. I'm going to let you go.
Bye, Alan.
Yeah.
Good night now.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Hi, Johnny.
Oh, good Lord. What, Johnny?
Johnny.
Hello,
you're on the air, Johnny.
Should I not have called?
What? No, you're fine. You're on the air.
Is it not the right time?
Never the right time.
What was Henry doing? He's not on camera.
You're, like I said, you're 40 minutes behind, Johnny. I'm not going to go over
I
this.
I am ahead of you.
No, you're not. You aren't ahead of me at all. Anyway. All right, Johnny, I'm going to go to a break. Catch up.
Bye, Johnny.
We'll talk.
Wait. I know Alan is. Hold on. Alan is calling in right now.
Alan just got off the phone.
You're getting close, Johnny.
No, I know, but he's like, oh man, I missed Johnny.
Bye, Johnny.
He's
gonna call in.
No, he's not. But we're going to a break. Bye, Johnny.
You do him.
Holy crap. Sometimes I would just want to throw my phone through the roof.
You're a cougar. You want to do Johnny.
Oh, my gosh. I wanted to do never mind. Anyway, it is The Raw. We'll be right back right after these very important messages.
This portion of The Raw could be brought to you by you for as little as $25 a week. For more information, email us at theraw@ktox.com. That's theraw@ktox.com. theraw@ktox.com.
KTOX.
KTOX.
The Tri-States Talk Leader.
Time Call Taxi is here for all your transportation needs, whether it's a ride to work, the store, or anywhere. Time Call Taxi is here for you. Call 928-763-1010, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going out to paint the town red? Call Time Call Taxi and get to and from your fun in a timely and safe manner. Call Time Call Taxi, 763-1010. That's 763-1010.
United Private Investigations, owned by Lyle Sharman, has over 30 years of investigative experience in criminal, civil, business, and private investigations. United Private Investigations provides professional and confidential investigations for corporations, companies, legal professionals, insurance companies, and individuals. Voted Best Private Investigator in Mojave County in 2018 and 2019. Contact Lyle Sharman with United Private Investigations at 928-542-5178.
A key to your child's success at school rests at home. This is Eric Hines, president of the California Teachers Association. One of the most important skills any student can learn is how to study. Help your child establish a study routine and a quiet place for homework away from television and other distractions. Make sure that notes, homework, and assignments for each subject are kept together, and take the time to talk to your child about what they're studying or to review homework for accuracy and completion. Most importantly, be consistent. Make sure that whatever study habits you work to create truly become habits, done at the same time, in the same way, every day. Combined with a regular bedtime, your student will be primed for academic success. Working together, parents and teachers can make this a successful school year for every child in California.
A message from the California Teachers Association.
In this world where everything seems to be going sideways, when you need things set straight, Zanna Coffee Straight Shot Espresso. Start your day with a bang. The best organic and GMO-free coffee beans from around the world to amplify your senses and enhance love for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Zanna Coffee brings you happiness in every cup. Fair trade, certified, sustainable, organic coffee. That means we do not use slaves. Free Zanna songs with every coffee bag. Find Zanna Coffee at www.zannacoffee.com. www.zannacoffee.com. Don't be cheap. You deserve the best. Get Zanna Coffee at www.zannacoffee.com.
And welcome back. It is the Raw. Hi, Henry. You're back. And you've got a full mouth again. Jesus. I really didn't want to see that, but that's okay. It is the Raw. 928-476-0331. If you haven't called, call in. You missed it earlier. I had both Johnny and Alan on at the same time.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. It really was. we will only do that once a week. So
was Alan telling Johnny to fuck off?
No, you'll have to go and watch the replay of the show. Yeah, to find out about that. That was a lot of fun. Ted Cruz. Let's talk about Ted Cruz for a moment. They're trying to get to nominate an FCC chief. Mm-hmm. Okay, and this woman is just absolutely.
I like Ted Cruz.
What's that?
I like Ted Cruz.
That's fine. Ted Cruz is a rhino as far as I'm concerned, and I'll tell you why that later. But he absolutely rips this woman to shreds on this. She is one who favors censorship of anybody that she disagrees with, and let's listen to that real quick here, because this is nuts.
The record, 4 different things: a letter from the Log Cabin Republicans opposing Ms. Sohn's nomination, a letter from numerous police groups opposing Ms. Sohn's nomination, and a letter from FCC Commissioner Mike O'Reilly, former commissioner, about the program under Mr. Roop.
Without objection.
Ms. Sohn, I think you have a long and consistent career as a zealous partisan advocate. There is a role for partisan advocates. It just doesn't happen to be on an independent agency charged with overseeing communications in the United States. You also have a consistent pattern of being unable to perceive conflicts of interest, whether it is deceiving this committee and the White House about the sweetheart settlement that you signed the day after your nomination was announced, or whether it is being the only nominee I've seen in a decade to make contributions to senators who are voting on your nomination while your nomination is pending, or whether it is bizarrely supporting an extreme group that blasts multiple senators from both parties. Now, I asked you about Joe Manchin and the group Fight for Our Future, where they ran billboards saying Joe Manchin is corrupt. You said you didn't agree with that. I asked you whether you agreed with them that John Tester is corrupt. You said you didn't agree with that. I asked you whether you agreed with them that Gary Peters is corrupt. You said you didn't agree with that. Well, I didn't get to finish.
Wait, are you going to go to me?
Oh, I am.
Okay.
Because she's attacked you too, but vicariously.
I'm not sure she has. I think an organization
the group
she
that
belongs
but
to.
not just belongs
Don't
to,
even
raises
belong.
money for. So this group also ran the following billboard. It is a picture of Senator Sinema, also a member of this committee. And it's not subtle. In case you want to miss the message they're trying to convey, it's in bright red right at the top. It says, Sinema is corrupt. Do you agree with their sentiment that Senator Sinema is corrupt?
Of course not.
Of course not. Okay, you say of course not. So that billboard went up in 2019. At the end of 2019, what did you do? You sent out a fundraising email for this organization at the end of 2019. So after they had put this billboard up. Did you know about the billboards they put up attacking Manchin and Peters and Testers and Sinema?
I only actually knew the one about Senator Sinema. I didn't know about the ones.
Okay, so you knew they'd called Senator Sinema corrupt.
I did.
And after they called Senator Sinema corrupt, you asked people to contribute to them. Is that correct?
I asked people to contribute, not because of all of their
That's a yes or no
tactics. One
question.
time. Yes, I did.
Okay, so you knew they were calling Senator Sinema corrupt, and you asked them to contribute afterwards. And by the way, the next
I like
year, so this is
I like
2019.
this. He is ripping her to
You know, these
fucking
tactics,
shreds.
you don't mind.
And
You
this
were
is
aware
important.
of them.
This is
You
the
testified
FCC.
you
This
knew
is
about
our
them, at least
job,
with regard to
Henry.
Senator Sinema. You wanted people to support them. You also did it again in 2020, and Chairman Cantwell asked if I was going to ask about her. I'd like to point out this same group sent a letter to Chuck Schumer demanding that Chuck Schumer remove Senator Cantwell as the chairman of the Commerce Committee. Why? Because this committee hadn't confirmed you yet. Now, I think that's a pretty extreme proposition. I got to say, I've never seen a nominee or a group that the nominee fundraises for demand her own party's chairwoman be fired because you haven't been confirmed yet. Do you understand why this seems one heck of a conflict of interest?
I don't see how it's a conflict of interest.
Oh! Seem impartial, or does it seem like an extreme partisan willing to burn everything down if either party doesn't do what you want?
Senator, I don't agree with all of Fight for the Future's tactics. However,
except you raise money for them, you know about them,
I don't
and you raise money
for them.
You send tweets every year asking people to contribute. When you ask people to contribute, that's called raising money. Let me ask you, does the FCC have an obligation to defend democracy?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. I'd like to look at chart number 15. Chart number 15, you tweeted, and I'm going to read. I agree that scrutiny of big tech is essential, as is scrutiny of big telecom, cable, and media. And trust me, the latter have played their own role in destroying democracy and electing autocrats, like, say, Fox News. Millions of Americans watch Fox News. You believe Fox News. As you said, this is not a retweet. This is you tweeting that Fox News plays a role in destroying democracy. You understand why millions of people don't think you're fair and impartial to regulate communications?
Fox News is not regulated by the FCC.
Ah,
and yeah, I
I
have
beg
some
to
issues with Fox
differ.
News. I
It
also have some
is.
issues
Some
with
issues. Destroying democracy, that's not little. Let's look at number 16. Senator Sullivan asked you about that. You described Fox News as state-sponsored propaganda. You want to talk about vitriolic rhetoric? Senator Sullivan is right. It's coming from you. These are your words.
Mm-hmm.
What about Fox News is state-sponsored? You know, you talk a lot about private actors. Last I checked, Fox News is not part of the government. I want you to explain those two words, state-sponsored. Why? Because state sponsors suggest that at the FCC, you would use government regulatory power to go after them and silence them. What did you mean by state?
What I meant by that, and again, remember, I regretted the tone of that, was that they were very, very, very
Bullshit.
close to the Trump
Bull
administration.
fucking shit.
And
She doesn't
the two of
regret
them
a
were sort of
goddamn
intimate,
No,
and that's
she
why-
regrets that she's being called on it.
One final
Exactly.
question.
That's
Is
the only thing she
MSNBC
regrets.
very, very close to the Biden administration?
I haven't the slightest idea. I don't watch
Do you
it.
watch? You don't watch MSNBC?
I do not. I don't watch CNN either. I listen to NPR, honestly. I don't.
Now that truly
Thank you.
is state sponsored.
I don't like screen.
You know, and NPR is they get a lot of their funding from the federal government,
What is NPR?
National Public Radio.
Okay.
They get a lot of their funding from government agencies,
Okay.
like the federal government. The FCC actually donates their licensing.
Okay.
So, yeah. Of course they're going to say what the government wants them to say. Otherwise, you know, the government will yank their license, right?
That's, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, this is
actually a First Amendment thing.
our country is out of control.
Of course it is. You should have been here for the first hour. We were talking about, you know, the alien invasion.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sorry I wasn't here, but I'm not, because I'm trying to make our city not be that way.
What? You have no choice. You know, aliens from outer space are coming in balloons.
They already
kick
came
our
to
asses.
needles. They already come to needles.
They already come to needles.
Yeah. They said nothing here to see. See ya.
Nothing here to see. Exactly.
Yeah, we told them to leave, so they got their Suburbans, black Suburbans, and took them away.
There you go. But no, but you know, here we have somebody who is outspoken, who supports organizations that try to smear everybody, and especially that last one where we're talking about the chairman of that particular board, or the chairman of that committee, trying to get her removed because she hasn't been confirmed yet. and then has the nerve to deny that she fundraises for him when she sends out tweets asking for money, asking people send their money to him.
But I don't support them.
That's fundraising. That's support.
Yeah.
I mean, holy crap. Oh, I'm sorry that money I gave to Pastor Jim.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't no, that wasn't support.
No. That was, we wanted to get some votes or something like that. I don't know
Good
what it was.
God.
No, by the way, on that issue right there, he said thank you to us. He was at the event this weekend, and he also said thank you to me personally for pushing the issue like I did, like we talked about earlier.
Good.
Yeah.
So something came through. That's wonderful. I'm wondering
Something
how much
came through. Yeah, I know. Huh?
Anyway, so
he gave me a big thank you. So he probably tried to top us.
yeah. So hopefully this woman doesn't get nominated. She probably will, because
She
it
probably
is
will.
well, she probably will, because it is a Democrat controlled Senate, and,
Right.
and she'll probably get it. However, you know, we at least will know her true colors.
Yes.
Especially when they close down KTOX for being too right wing.
Oh man, here we go. So we'll be on the internet.
Yeah, we'll be on the internet.
We're not going nowhere, people.
I'm not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere.
Whether it be KTOX or whether it be the Raw.
Yeah. The Raw on Rumble, and well, you know, right now we are simulcasting on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Rumble as our main channel.
Nice.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Anyway,
But don't forget, tomorrow is Crappy Movie Night.
it is.
And send in your votes. We want your vote for.
Well, we want your movie ideas, number one.
Yes,
I mean, send that to the raw 24 the raw news 24/7 at gmail.com, the raw news 24/7 at gmail.com.
And make sure it's on Prime.
Yeah, make sure it's on Prime. Anyway, Mojave County Supervisor Ron Gould is slamming Maricopa County's abysmal election and calls for an inspection of all ballots in the Arizona Attorney General's race, of course.
Well, you know what I think on that issue? I think they doctored them up so good, and by this time now they're already fixed. No way you can find out the real truth.
I'm not so sure about that. Anyway,
that
Mojave
would be
County,
nice.
Yeah. They Hamada recently filed a new response to defendants for his motion for a new trial and awaiting a decision from the court on whether or not to reconsider the lawsuit. Katie Hobbs knew about the recount discrepancy in Pinal County, but withheld the information in court prior to the lawsuit's dismissal. The Gateway Pundit reported, of course, that Hobbs' lawyer asked to delay the recount results from being presented before the lawsuit was dismissed, while knowing something was wrong in Pinal County. So, you know, the entire thing was an absolute fucking sham, and everybody can see it and everybody knows it. And I don't care if I get kicked off YouTube. Fuck off YouTube.
Fuck you in the air, YouTube.
Fuck you in the ear, absolutely, YouTube.
Yes.
You know, I'm sick and tired of having to dance around. You know, you do realize I can't handle my firearm. I really wanted to demonstrate.
Let me handle mine.
Well, that's not a firearm. That's a microphone. But I really wanted to demonstrate my Mantis Blackbeard. I really wanted to, but I cannot handle my firearm.
Motherfuckers. But we can say motherfuckers.
Well, no, really not supposed to say that either.
But we did
on live stream on YouTube. Now, if I were on Rumble, not a problem.
Yeah.
Not a problem. I can do and say what I want, as long as I'm not threatening people or whatever.
As long as it's under the law.
As long as it's well within the law, and me handling my firearm is legal.
Yeah.
However, we're talking about elections in Arizona, which of course, could get us kicked off of YouTube, which frankly, I don't give a shit about anymore. Anyway, this just in, Arizona Senate Elections Committee passes a resolution to ban foreign voting machines. And
should have been for a long time.
Okay, great. Can we quit yelling?
No.
Okay. And require source code, ballot images, chain of custody documents, and log files to be made public. The Arizona
I thought
Elections Committee. What's that?
I thought that already had to be public.
Sort of public. Okay. Anyway, the Arizona Senate Elections Committee yesterday passed a Senate concurrent resolution setting official requirements for the use of electronic voting machines in the state. The Gateway Pundit reported that the Elections Committee heard bombshell testimony on election mechanics presentation and voted on a number of election integrity bills. So whether or not they get signed by the phony governor in Arizona or not, I mean, she's just an empty head as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, unfortunately, she's cute too.
She's not.
I think so.
Oh, I don't think she's cute.
I think she's attractive.
I think she's. I look,
physically attractive. Physically attractive only.
She has an ugly soul, man. That makes.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That beauty's going to only last so long.
Yeah. But
when it's gone, you got to look within. And within is bad. No one's going to want you anywhere around them.
Yep. But voting within the state is by the Constitution, the U.S. Constitution, controlled solely in the legislature. So when the legislature passes something, and even if the governor disagrees with it, it can come back and it can be made law. And they have absolutely no. But we got to do something about our elections in Arizona. I mean, this last one was so screwed up.
Not just Arizona, California too. Well, when we had that recall on galvanized news.
I'm sorry, Henry, but California is beyond fixing. California is beyond fixing.
If I would have thought that, I wouldn't have ran for city council.
I'm not talking about the city. I'm talking about the state of California.
That is part of California, though.
Yeah, sort of.
And fortunately, I got a renewed faith in California when I went to the League of City Council and Mayors. When I went there and talked to a lot of the council members, a lot of the mayors, and they are taking it at the local level, and because our big government's failing us, they're taking it to the little level. They feel the same way we do. About 80% of them.
But that you were talking about the recall for nuisance.
Galvanized Newscomb.
Yeah, Gavin Nuisance. He that was rigged.
Oh, big time.
That was fucking big time rigged.
There's no way
66%. Everybody hated his ass.
There's nobody I know that likes him except for maybe one of my neighbors, because he's cute.
Because he's cute.
Yeah.
He's not cute either. He's got an ugly soul.
I wouldn't do him.
Yeah. Anyway.
You might.
Yeah. Yeah, the peanut gallery says these fucking Marxists will be the end of us all here in America. I agree, Peanuts.
Oh, it's coming.
I really agree.
It's coming.
And if we don't do something about it, it is going to be the end of us all.
Yep.
And one of the things I believe in is freedom of speech and being able to talk about issues like this.
Oh, yes.
And if I can't talk about these issues, well, these issues get to continue to happen. That's why, big tech like YouTube, Google, Microsoft, even formerly Twitter, went and was silencing people from being able to talk about this.
Yep.
Thank God, there's platforms like Rumble, there's platform and other platforms that you're able to talk about it. Twitter now, yes. Oh, and by the way, did you know that I am official on Twitter? I've got my blue check mark.
Woo-hoo, you got a blue check mark.
I feel so validated.
Woo-hoo.
For $8 a month. I believe me, if I quit paying them the $8 a month, I would not be validated anymore.
You know what? It took someone like Elon Musk to spend more than what the company's worth,
right?
To bring. Well, you know what? This might help a lot, not just Twitter, but every other social media.
It is, and here's the thing. Even with YouTube, I've noticed, especially when I watch some of the bigger shows that also stream on YouTube as well, they're reporting their numbers on YouTube, just going down, down,
absolutely.
down, and their numbers on, say, like Rumble, just going up and up and up. And of course, that translates to everybody else because people who come over to Rumble, they accidentally find the Raw, or they find the Miss Rob Hansen radio program, or they find anything else that we do online, and we end up getting listeners and watchers, and I do appreciate it. I mean, even Shitface in here, his nickname is Fecal Face.
Fecal Face.
Fecal Face, yes. What are they going on about?
I don't know. Dylan, Tundra, come here right now. Right now, come here. They're in here.
There.
Yeah, that don't take much for they're fighting with each other.
Oh, is that what they're doing? Okay.
Yeah. Well, Dylan is going Saturday to get laid.
Oh, that's right. You're playing dog pimp, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm being dog pimp.
Oh,
Dylan is going to breed with a wonderful German Shepherd. We're going to have.
Fuck you, YouTube. I'm smoking.
We're gonna have the Belgium X, or they call them Belgium Shepherds. It's a mix that's supposed to be, it is. It's the most wonderful mix of two working dogs.
One high strung, one hyper intelligent.
Yes, so we're going to have the durability of a Malinois, which Malinois are very durable, and the smartness of a Shepherd.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, and I get 2 of the puppies, and they are going to go for law enforcement, whether it be for their personal dog or whether it be for a working dog, one of the 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're almost out of time for tonight.
I
want to thank everybody for tuning in and joining the program tonight. It's been a hell of a lot of fun, especially when I had the conference call with Johnny and Alan.
And I missed it.
Oh yeah. Well, you're gonna have to watch the replay of the Raw. Yeah. And of course, tune in tomorrow night for the Raw Crappy Movie Watch Party. We will be having it whether I get submissions or not.
That's right, and I will be broadcasting all the way from Placentia, California.
You're not going to be here?
No, but I'll be on the show.
Okay, all right. So you're leaving town. We got doctor's appointments.
I got doctor's appointments.
I totally forgot about that. Holy crap!
Yes, but I will be here tomorrow with you guys.
Absolutely. But anyway, do appreciate everybody tuning in, and do appreciate everybody out there, and go out there and make the world a better place.
Yes, please do.
And you are listening to Raw. We love you.
Just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen.
Avast, ye scallywags, is another pirate production.